All right. Good evening, everyone. I hope everybody is having an absolutely incredible day. I am excited about being on here with you guys, and I'm excited about the information that we have to share. All right. Good evening,
Here by
everyone. I hope
myself. I
everybody
actually
is having an
have some of my
absolute
good friends in the room with me, some experts, and some experts in the room who are going to share some information tonight that are going to today that's going to absolutely be phenomenal for you in 2025. Hold on, let me get my co-host set up and everything. Let's see. I don't know, Jackson. For some reason, it won't let me make you co-host. I don't know what it is. Let me see. I don't know what it's doing. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this recorded. All right, so just a hiccup there. It won't let me do the co-host, Jackson, but we'll go ahead and do this. But I'm absolutely excited. Um, about you guys being on here. 2025 is going to be an absolutely incredible year. And I've been saying that this is the year to thrive in overdrive, right? Thrive in overdrive. That's something I came up with a little while ago. And I said thrive in overdrive. I've always been one that we should not only survive, but we should thrive, right? It's not only about surviving. A lot of people get comfortable with surviving, but surviving is not enough. We have to thrive, and we have to thrive in overdrive in 2025. And when I saw my brother Lambo, which he's on right now, I see as well. When I saw him talking about thriving in 2025, it was just that alignment that we needed, and it was absolutely phenomenal. So I'm excited about the information that we have to share. And I want you guys to let go of any preconceived notions that you may have that this is just going to be your normal Zoom meeting, that this is just going to be a normal kickoff mastermind where we're going to just talk about like in my space, crypto platforms or something like that. No, this is going to be different, right? And I want you to open your mind up to the differences that are going to be out there, the things that we are going to expand your mind to and expose your mind to. A mind that has been expanded can never go back. Once you've seen it, you cannot unsee it, right? And so I've seen the people that I brought on here do some phenomenal things. All of them are verified, right? This is what I want to tell you, right? We go in and we find people, we find experts, and we like to trust those experts. But one of the things that I want you guys to know is that not only do we trust, but we verify. And everybody on the call that today that's going to be sharing information with you, they are verified. So you don't even have to worry about that. They have verified results. They have social proof. They have everything that you want and everything that you need to know that you have the right experts at hand, right? So I want you guys to know that. I'm excited about hearing this information. I'm going to be taking notes myself because I know they're going to bring some invaluable stuff to this call. So I just wanted to set it up and let you guys know that right from the beginning, man. And this is going to be exciting. I want to talk to everybody though. Let's be real. We're going to start this out on a real note. This is 2025, but we just came out of 2024. And if anybody on here, I don't know. I don't know, but I want to, if anybody's like me and you had some challenges in 2024, in the comments, if you are on YouTube, if you're in the Zoom right now, drop some ones in the chat. If you face some challenges in 2024, right? I heard my guy Lambo on his call last night. He said 2024 brought some people to the floor. Mm. I want to ask a question. I just need to know. Anybody going to be real with me? Has 2024 been a challenge for you? Has it presented some new challenges out there for you, right? And I know it presented some challenges for me. And like Lambo was saying, it brought some people to the floor. You know what? I think how can I put this? I think 2024 brought some things to the floor, right? And what I want to say with this is that when I'm saying it brought some things to the floor, it exposed some things. Mm. I know for me, and this is just me talking about it, right? I know exactly for me that it exposed some things.
And exposure is so important. We always talk about exposure on a positive note, and this is still positive, but I wouldn't say we talk about exposure, but it exposed some things. And for me, one of the biggest things that it exposed some weaknesses. Mm. I want y'all to get this. I want you all to get this. All right. Look, I saw your message, Jax. So look, I want y'all to get this. It exposed some weaknesses. It exposed some places where I was vulnerable. I thought I had the fortress, right? I thought I had the fortress. I thought I had everything set up. I thought that it was that my circle was impenetrable. But we had to go through something to show where there was some weak parts, where there was some weaknesses at, where there was some places where things did not, where you could be vulnerable and where you could be attacked. How many of y'all feeling me right now? If you feel like there was some things that showed up that like, okay, look, I need to tighten up on that. I need to get better on that. Anybody has some things like that show up in your life? Drop a two in the chat. How many of y'all can? I just want to know I'm not by myself. I want to know that I'm not by myself. It was some stuff. I was like, oh man, you know what? I thought this was all good, but it's not. There you go. Somebody said I've already forgotten about 2024. Fast forward. I love it. He don't just bring you to it, he's gonna bring you through it, right? I love it. This is what I'm talking about. So now I realize, like, oh, there's some places that there's some things I need to correct. Some places I need to get better. There's some stuff I need to do, right? And I'm glad that that's been exposed while I'm here, before I get here. Because see, I know in 2025, I'm going here, right? It was good. And I thought this was my peak, right? But now my peak is up here. What I want you guys to do, I want you to understand where you thought was your peak, but now you're really about to ascend to your apex. I want you guys to get this. This is the high. Do you know when we talk about apex, that means the highest point of something, right? And what I want you guys to do is to prepare for that. And I want you to understand that you need to have the right mindset for it. You got to have your mindset open to what's about to happen. Oh, I need your mindset. I need you to have your mindset open to what's about to happen. I don't need you to have any limitations. And here's another thing. I got this because I've been preparing myself, right? I've been preparing things myself, and I want you guys to understand that you cannot have any resistance to what's about to happen. What's happening in 2025, there needs to be no resistance. Let's go. There you go, Lambo. No resistance. Here's what I want you. I want you to have I need you to have your desire. I need you to know what you want. That's the biggest problem that most people, and I talk about this all the time, but most people still don't get it. You don't know what you want, right? You don't know what you want. How many of you all already have written goals and things that you're going to accomplish, things that you're ready to do in 2025? I spent some time last night making sure I solidified my goals and the things that were going to happen for me in 2025. If you already have that, drop a three. We ain't even this ain't the regular stuff. This ain't the this ain't everybody just throwing out New Year's resolution. This is what's going to happen. This is what's happening in my life. I got a vision roadmap. I got a vision roadmap. We graduated from just vision boards. We got we vision boards. We got those two, right? Vision boards, vision roadmaps, and then I want you to have a vision environment. I want everywhere that you look, that you see where you're going. I don't care where you're at right now. When you look around, I want you to see where you're going. I want you to see what is for you, right? Because this is what about to happen for you. And you got to have that, right? Guys, I'm gonna tell you, I went through some stuff this year, right? And I even reached out to my brother Lambo. I reached out to a lot of people. I was like, man, this is what I'm going through, man. This is it. I never thought that this was happening. I've been attacked for so many ways. And you know what? What I love about this, right? What I love about this is what I want for. This is why you got to let your light shine, because there's people out there that's looking at you that's saying, hey, just because you making it, I know I can make it. right? And just because you're making it, I know I can make it. And sometimes all you need is that glimmer of light. You need that glimmer of hope. You need that. And then you know what? I'm going through it. And then don't worry when God isolates you, right? And when you get isolated and you get by yourself, sometimes you need, I've been through some stuff where God said, I want you to know it's me and only me. Right? I don't know about y'all, but anybody else ever been isolated? Drop a 4 in the chat. It feels like you, hey, look, I don't know who else I'm gonna talk to, what else I'm gonna do, but I'm isolated. The isolation is for a reason. But one thing that I've always learned was isolation comes before elevation. Sometimes you got to get by yourself, and everybody else that you think, that everybody else you want to call on for help, that it's not even meant to be. Whew. Why? Why? Because see, there's some things that you got to resolve with yourself and between you and God. There's some things that you got to fix, and nobody else can fix it for you. There's some holes in your armor that you got to repair because of the things that you've been through or the things that you've neglected. You got to fix that so that you can go face whatever you need to face. Because if you don't, somebody comes and help you, and then you face that again, you didn't fix your armor, you're going to get pierced again. But if you fix your armor, when it comes the next time, it bounces off. How many of y'all ready for? Look, instead of bouncing back, the trouble is about to bounce off you. You so used to, hey, I'm gonna go hide and I'm gonna bounce back. It's good to bounce back. I love it. This all the bounce back. I love that. But how about when you build up enough armor that it bounce off? Oh man, I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling it. When you build up that armor, and when the fiery darts come and they hit you, and you be like, "Hey, nothing. I've been through that." Oh, little financial trouble, I've been through that. Oh, you walked away, I've been through that. That ain't no problem. Oh, you don't want to do this? That's cool. I've been through that. I seen this before. I know how this movie ends. That's what we got to get to. So, man, I just wanted to give you that with the mindset. Look, I don't want any resistance. When we talk about the stuff that you see here, I don't care what it is. I don't want you to resist it at all. I don't want you to resist it because you don't have the knowledge. You never done it before. Don't resist it. I don't care if it looks like it. Maybe, I mean, that's a little bit out of my scope. That's a little bit out of my, I don't know if I could do that. Don't resist it. Don't resist it. I never really spent that much. Don't resist it. I never really dived into technology like that. Don't resist it. Do not resist what's coming to assist. Do not resist what's coming to assist. All right? Because you know what? The truth be told, you can do all of it. You can do whatever you decide to do. But will you make the decision? You have to make the decision on what your desire is. Then what you're going to do is have no resistance against it. Hey, I want to make $1 million this year. See, how many of y'all want to make $1 million this year? This minimum. We're gonna talk minimum wage stuff first, right? How many of y'all want to make $1 million this year? Drop a 5 in the chat. Y'all want to drop a 5 in the comments if you're on YouTube. How many of y'all want to make $1 million this year? What I want y'all to do is not resist it. I don't care if you never made $1 million before. Maybe it's 6 figures for you. Maybe I'm going too high for somebody, right? And they were like, "Look, Anthony, if I could just make 6 figures, it would be good." I get it. I don't know if it's 6 figures, it's $1 million or whatever, but I want you to set a goal, and then I want you to have absolutely no resistance against it. I don't want see a lot of people say, oh, "I want to make $1 million a year." And you think about, well, I only work here, or I've only had this before, or I don't know how I'm going to do it. Don't let any of that present resistance for you. Just say what you desire. I want to have $1 million. I want to make, at the end of the year, I want to know I brought in $1 million of income. And when it comes to non-resistance, open your minds up to the things that we brought before you today that could potentially get you there, that have the ability to get you there. And when you hear what they present, what it takes, whether it's skill, whether it's finances, whether it's relationships, whatever, all of these things can come into existence for you this year, right? if you just get in the right alignment and allow divine intervention and everything else, whatever your thing, allow everything to come together with non-resistance, and you be like, and watch what happens. I promise you, I'm not talking about theory. I'm talking about what I've seen and what I've experienced, right? And so I want you guys to get that. This is going to be absolutely phenomenal, right? So guys, this is so good. I'm excited. I'm gonna go ahead and start bringing up people because I'm gonna get you guys this information. Make sure you get your notes and stuff out. Make sure you got your pen and your paper out. Make sure everything look. I want you guys to make sure you got everything. Okay. Now, let me pull up my stuff here. Give me just 1 second. And what I'm gonna do first and foremost, I'm doing this as a joint call. I know I took over at the beginning, but you know I got my brother Jackson Armstrong. Let me talk a little bit about this gentleman really quick, right? Because I've been, as a matter of fact, I think I met Jackson through other people. I don't know if you guys like, as always, relationships are through relationships usually. And I met Jackson. He was in my organization a long time ago and something, and then this guy just stood out. He stood out amongst a lot of other people. I'm talking about thousands of other people that I had in my organization, and amongst thousands of people, he stood out. And then we just started connecting, and we've spent time together, man. We traveled together, we've done a lot of things together. And this is my brother, and this is somebody I really know that his heart is always in the right place. And I've developed so much respect and love for him and his family and everything that he has done and everything that he's been able to accomplish. We've been able to do some incredible things together. So I'm gonna bring Jackson Armstrong up, and I'm gonna let him talk a little bit about what he has today because he's actually encountered some stuff that's absolutely phenomenal. And I want to tell you guys once again, a lot of you all know us from the crypto space. A lot of this stuff is not going to be crypto. We do have some crypto because we love crypto. I want to tell y'all we got some stuff that we're going to talk about, but this is going to be outside of the crypto space, but you can actually take advantage of, and he's going to talk about this. And I hope you guys really get this because this is going to be some family legacy type stuff, right? And I want you guys to really understand this, right? When we bring this stuff before you, it's all to get something to you, not to get something from you. This whole call, I want you to understand that this is about getting something to you, not getting something from you. So I'm gonna bring up my brother, my friend, my partner. Look, this guy we've been in the trenches together. So go ahead, Jackson Armstrong. It's your time.
Hey man, hey, I appreciate the introduction. It's always a pleasure to do these type of meetings and motivate people and give them options when it comes to making income and changing their lives and their family lives. So I definitely appreciate you hosting the call and letting me be a part of it. I wanted to share something a little later. I don't know if you can make me host or something like that. I'm a just for an example, I'm gonna give some people some visuals so they can see what I'm talking about. And so the opportunity Anthony is talking about is Airbnb. So, you know, um this year, today the first, we already pushing, like we're on it. Like we're not waiting. It's time to go. It's time to build this income and this family legacy that everybody has that goal to get. And so, when I talk about Airbnbs, everybody looks at it like most people actually probably haven't even stayed in Airbnbs, and it's I've stayed in a few, and it's been really nice. And just to have that level of it feels like home when you're traveling is something that I think everybody should experience. And so, we like partnering with people because teamwork makes the dream work. And so I partnered with a company. I think a few people on this call have actually partnered with this company, and I've been looking at them for the last month and a half, and everything looks amazing. And so the numbers that they're showing that we can make on a passive level is actually pretty ridiculous from like I said, a passive level, and something that we can turn into a business and build over time and just change our families. And so I'm kind of going to give you guys some examples of what that would look like and what the investment is to get started with something like this. And so let me see, I gotta share my screen. Let me make sure I got the right thing up. Okay, so I'm gonna share this really quick. Where is it? Okay, start sharing. All right, put a one in the chat if y'all can see my screen right now. So you should. I'm gonna zoom in so y'all with bad eyesight, y'all can see. I gotta make sure all this stuff is out of the way. All right,
Zoom in
so
for
this
us
is
old.
say again.
I said, zoom in for us old people.
I got my screen super bright. All right, so this is a an example of a property that's in Hollywood, Florida. Um, and so there's two options when it comes to this Airbnb opportunity. You can be a full host or you can be a co-host. Me, I like passive income. I'm not trying to be too involved, so I'm looking to be a co-host. Full host comes with a few more responsibilities. Of course, you got to make sure the rent is paid every month with full host, and then they do call you for any changes that they have to make to the property, because you are the full host on Airbnb. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm trying to be passive. Only thing I want to be notified of is when the money hits my account. So I'm going with co-host. With co-host, you get 30% of the annual profit. I mean, you're going to get it monthly, but as an overall, it's going to be the number is going to be 30% a month of what the profit minus the utilities. We do have to cover utilities, but with this company, they take the utilities out before they send the check. So the only thing you're going to get notified about is when you're getting paid, like when the money hits your bank account. I don't know if you have the notifications on your bank when money hits, but I do. And so I want my bank, I want to get so, I don't want to say irritated because I don't get irritated making money, but like I want my phone going off like every 10 minutes, honestly. But with this Airbnb, people are probably going to be staying there every 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, depending on where your Airbnb is. So with this particular property, you can see the annual revenue is $91,964. So that's all getting pretty close to six figures just for this one property. And so if we're going to be getting 30% of the profits here, I did the math. I didn't make a spreadsheet or a chart or anything on it. So I'm going to kind of read off my notes. But 30% of that is $27,589. Okay. And so let's say the utilities are $300 a month. That's probably kind of low, but at the same time, I think it's reasonable, right? So if that's the case, uh, that'd be $3,600 a year. So we subtract that from that 30%, and we get $23,989, which is almost like right at 24,000. And so if we divide that by 12, of course, we know that there's peak seasons and down seasons with Airbnb, so it probably won't be that same amount every time, but average, we're going to be receiving 2K a month. And so I did some math on how we can grow a family business. So I have four sisters. Uh, my mom passed away recently in November, and she had a insurance policy. And so what I proposed to my sisters is, hey, let's take some of that money and let's build like a memorial for my mom, saying, hey, this is the last thing that she left us. Let's build something that's going to last the family for a lifetime. And so what we're going to do, we're going to get a unit. And I was like, hey, if we get a unit and we every 3 months we get another unit with the profits from this unit, in 15 months, probably less than 15 months, we can create $100,000 income with this family fund that we're going to create. And so I just wanted to share this with everybody, because if you have family well, if you like your family, you want to partner up with your family, even if you got friends and that you trust, you guys can create a team and it won't be so much as what's the word I want to use? It won't be as big of a burden as getting the whole 5K together, and you guys can kind of split the revenue that comes from this type of deal. Just you can create a business, have a business bank account, have CEOs, y'all can coordinate all that stuff to where it pays you out. Of course, I would say in the beginning, we want to reinvest for the majority of the part just to grow that income to be, say if you partner with one other person and in 15 months, you got the 6 rentals that it takes to make a 6-figure income. That's an extra 50,000 a year for you guys if you only take the income from that. And so it's something that I really think that can be built over time, and that's not even a limit. There's no limit to how many units you can get. Um, it's not. This is can be done internationally because of the way that they have the program working, and so I really think this could be something that changes a lot of people's lives if we take advantage of it. There's really an unlimited amount of strategies we can use to get into this Airbnb space. And it's not only houses, sometimes they come with deals like, hey, we got a pre construction. Anybody want to get something here? You can put money down, and then once the construction is done, you pay the full amount, and now you own this piece of real estate. And so they have deals like that that come up time to time. I think the last one was in Miami. They're having a building that's being built, and it should be, I think, done in March. And so there's opportunities all around to change people's lives. And so I don't know, you guys, if you do know me, I love networking. I love meeting new people because we never know, one person could change your life. And I'm just excited to be in the space that we're in now. And then 2025 is definitely it's gonna be a great year. And I'm excited for it to get started. This is just one of the properties that we have, and so 5K is the starting point, I would say. And then you can actually go up from there. So if you want to do 6, 7, 8, and that'll change how much you make each month. And so another sheet, so this one makes 86 a year. And so if you could not write on the screen, please. Um, you could you can make with this one. It's not as high as the other one, but it's still comparable. And then you would just adjust your strategy based on what you make monthly with this particular unit. I think this one makes around 18K a year. And so it really would be as easy as contacting the company saying, hey, I'm interested in a property. And then they send you a property. And if you like what you see, then they'll process the paperwork. Somebody had a question. Can I call Airbnb company itself and ask if the partner with the third party? You don't say the name yet. Yeah, you'll get to talk to them once we figure out interest, right? So they're not uh I would say not my job, but it's my responsibility to get people as up to date as possible with the opportunity. So whenever people are ready to go, it's not you calling them asking them questions because they have so many people, they get new properties every day. So it's not going to be, so say one day they show you a property, say, hey, this one's available. If you wait a week, that same property is probably not going to be available because we're not the only ones that's looking at these properties and trying to acquire them to earn that income. But yeah, we can definitely do any kind of let me see, hold on. Clear all drawings. Okay, somebody was drawing on the screen. Um, and we can talk and have a conversation. And the more investment capital that you have, the I guess the more flexible the income would be. And so I'm definitely looking forward to helping a lot of people, like I said, change their lives, create these businesses for their family, or even just themselves. It doesn't have to be your family, but I'm definitely excited about it. I know Anthony has been looking at this for a while too, and so I just wanted to bring this to you guys, and I appreciate Anthony you giving me the platform to even talk about this whole opportunity.
Absolutely, brother. This is absolutely incredible here. I love when you talk to me about the Airbnb thing. I love the fact that it was outside of the crypto space because one of the things I believe is that we should be diversified, right? And one of the things that I did say was like one of the things I learned in 2024 is that I wasn't diversified enough outside of crypto. Right? And
Yeah,
so that's one of the things that I learned. So here's the thing is that now we need to bring in different assets and these are things that are going to bring in us income consistently, right? And so Airbnb, we know people are going to stay in Airbnb. We did a lot of Airbnbs this year. Me and my wife, we did a lot of, I won't even tell y'all how much money we spent in Airbnbs this year, right? So it's crazy. But what I want to tell you guys, well, last year, I want to tell you guys that it is a profitable market, but I've talked to a lot of people who own Airbnbs, right? I had a lot of talked with people, and one of the things is with this, you don't have to go through all of the stuff that comes with it by being a co-host. So this is what I'm telling you guys. Take a look at this information. Look at getting diversified in this. Jackson has 100%. He has the information. Even there's a call coming up soon, right, Jackson? Is
yeah.
another
The next
call?
call it should be Monday. They do calls every Monday at 9 Eastern, 8
Okay.
Central.
So a
And
call
so
on Monday. Get
yeah,
with Jackson. He can actually get you some information and get the call. Let him know how you found out everything and all that stuff, of course, and get with him and he'll get you on the calls. He'll get you with the right people that you need to talk to. So if you want to express your interest, get set up, learn more, then he can definitely do that. And I'm excited about this. How many of y'all excited about in 2025 becoming Airbnb co-hosts where you're earning passive income? This is really a real estate play, guys. Like, so you're earning passive income from the real estate space without having to go in and do all the real estate work. Like without all the Airbnb work. If y'all think that's fire, drop some fire in the chat. I see people already doing it. That's fire. Like there's not many places where you coming on, you're learning about opportunities like this. But here's one of the things I want to tell you guys. This is a true wealth building opportunity, especially when you involve things like real estate and stuff like that. And what we always understood is that wealth is whispered, right? Money talks. Everybody talking about money, but wealth is whispered. And we're sharing some wealthy principles here on this call where you can get involved. And one thing I got really excited about with Jackson when he was talking about this was the legacy play. When he told me about that with the family legacy play, I don't know, you need to coin that, Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. Family legacy play, right?
oh
Um,
yeah.
I'm telling you, like the family legacy, I'm saying, hey, look, let's get 4 family members together, 3 family members together. And how about let's do it big? Let's do 2 units. It's gonna be, let's say the minimum is 10K. We're gonna do 2 units. We're gonna get 4 family members together or 4 partners together, right? And if we get 4 partners together, then it's 2,500 a piece. We start with 2 units.
Oh yeah. That's the last person that I saw that got 2 units. It was around 30. The price was 36 to 38. Because like I said, this is, Airbnb is peak seasons and it's not gonna be hey, you're making 2,000 a month. It's gonna
Hmm.
be some months gonna be higher, some months are gonna be lower, but what they've looked at the average over the last year and they're projecting based on that. And so another thing that I forgot to mention is um when we're talking about building business credit, we have so many partners that can help in that aspect. And then that also becomes an asset whenever you create a business and now you can show cash flow. Now you can get uh what's the word I want to use?
Get more funding.
Funding. Yeah, get more funding to get more properties faster. So that plan, the family legacy plan I just shared with you guys, that's not even taking into account that you're acquiring more assets, because eventually you'll be able to get a property every month. At a certain point, whenever we were talking about this plan where you're making over 5K a month. And so it could, like I said, this could change the whole dynamic of your family in a year's time, and put you in a situation to be free. I mean, that's been our goal this whole time, to get free passive income, to do what we want to do when we want to do it. And I'm all for it. I know a lot of people here I've known for a while now, and it's this opportunity. When I first saw it, I was like, man, this is what a lot of people have been looking for, because we've been involved in stuff where it was more work than we really wanted to do, right? Like, and none of us are lazy, but the goal is to be free. And so I've been talking to a lot of different people to help people accomplish that. And 2025 is going to be the year that we do it.
Hey, Jackson.
Yep.
Okay, you remember what we talked about yesterday, where can you go over those numbers again? What it would take for someone to make about $300,000 a year in passive income?
Oh yeah. So um we had a video I watched yesterday, and they somebody asked, okay, if I had 50K, what would it look like for me to actually make uh six figures for one, but closer to 300,000? And so it would take right around, let's see, because 6 units makes 108K. But as I said, depending on the amount that you put forth, there are different opportunities. There's levels, right? And so you might get a better deal if you come up front with more money. You might get a unit that does the value of 3 units. And so it just really depends on when you're getting in, and how many units you get. But I have a, it's all about connections, right? And so I have a connection to the person that comes up with the strategies. And so when somebody says they're interested, I message my person, and then they do a strategy like, okay, well, if they have 50K, we have this hotel building, not hotel building, but this apartment building over here, and we can get 10 units from this apartment building that could, on a lease that we leased it for, and this could make us 300,000. I think it's like, the number is like 12 to 15 units would make you 300,000 in a year's time.
That's awesome, man. That's incredible, man. Look, we gave y'all a play right here. And I hope everybody was paying attention, right? So here's what I want to tell you guys. The big thing is, and we're gonna move on to the next so we can stay on the agenda. But the big thing is on this call, make sure you're paying attention. You didn't have to pay anything. I usually say people who pay attention. You didn't have to pay anything for this Zoom, right? This mastermind. But here's what I want you. I want you to act like you paid $10,000, right? Because I want you to pay attention, because the people who pay attention get paid, right? And if you pay attention to what Jackson is talking about and what these speakers are going to be bringing, it's going to put you in a position to get paid, and to get paid well, right? So Jackson, if you can drop in the chat how people can get in contact with you if they want to go further, they want to learn more, all of that type of stuff. Just put your contact information in the chat so that everybody could get you and everything, because you're going to be flooded, brother. I hope you're ready. Set aside some time for people to get in contact with you, because you're going to be busy.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'll put it in the
Absolutely.
chat.
There you
Oh,
go.
and somebody asked a question about the name of the third party. Uh, it's a company. I'm not really giving out that information right now, because I mean, contacts are golden, right? And so I'm only really giving that information out to people that I know have the funds and ready to move forward with the property. Like I said, it's gonna be. I'm not. What's the word I want to use? Contact me and we can talk. I'll say that.
There you go. That's it. Just contact Jackson, and you can have those detailed conversations and everything, so we can get you the information that you need. So that'll be good. Awesome, awesome. But we see we got interest, we got people ready. Look, if y'all think just the first part of this was fire, y'all do me a favor, go ahead and drop some ones in the chat for me. Drop some ones in the chat. We just dropped some heat already. right? If you came on here for some heat, we gave you heat already. All right. So y'all see how we're gonna thrive in 2025, right? This is going to the next level. But the next thing that we're gonna go into right here, right now, is that Jackson mentioned something that's very dear to my heart. Here's one thing. A lot of us actually face some stuff in 2024. And the stuff that we faced, you know what we got to do? We got to we want to reset. I mean, we need to reset financially. We need to reset with the credit, and we need to go higher, and we need to do it right, and we need to go bigger this time. How many of y'all agree with that? How many of you all could use a reset? Especially, how many of y'all over leverage some credit cards? Let's be honest. How many of you all had got yourself in maybe some unnecessary debt, or maybe you all even got into some situations in which your credit took a dive for whatever reason? But I wanted you guys to know that doesn't have to stop you, right? I want you to know that you can reset. You can go back, right? You can get not only go back, you can go to another level. This time with purpose, and this time with guidance, and this time doing it the right way. And so I want to bring on another brother of mine, man. This guy, oh man, what can I say? I hope y'all ready for some energy too. I gotta make sure he's still on. Hope y'all ready for some energy right now. But this brother, man, has been a brother to me. I got the chance to meet him in person. We talk quite often. And he is an absolute powerhouse on his own. I love him and his wife. He has his own podcast, his own show. It's called The Leverage Show. He's helped so many people with documented results, so much success that he's had. But my brother Lambo Drew, man, if you guys don't know who Lambo Drew is, you guys need to know who he is, because he is one of those connections and one of those resources that never stop giving. And I'm going to go ahead and bring this brother up. He needs no introduction, but I felt like it was necessary to introduce it. Can y'all drop some twos in the chat for Drew? Two for Drew. Drop some twos in the chat for Lambo Drew. He's going to go over the credit game. If I've known anybody who has mastered the credit game, who is consistent with the credit game, who is, look, they don't call him Lambo Drew for nothing. You might see him on the Lambo lot every now and then. You might see him cruising around in the Lambo every night now and then, or you might see him with a Lambo hat on. I'm just saying. But I want to bring on my brother Lambo Drew, man. Y'all pay attention to this guy, because he is definitely gonna bring some heat. Y'all get ready. I'm taking my notes. Let's go, Lambo.
Man, shout out to you, man. Welcome. Thank you again, man, my guy, Big Ann. Thank you again, man, for this opportunity, man. Again, Happy New Year and happy 2025 as we thrive in 2025, everyone. I am so excited to be right back with my brother, man, my brother, Big Ant, man, who started it all, man. I definitely would be remiss, man, not to also give flowers to his wonderful bride, man, Mrs. Deloach as well. Thank y'all for the partnership. I'm tell y'all this right now. I am excited for y'all in 2025. I'm excited for everybody speaking. Jack Hilton. Shout out to my guy, Jack, for doing what he does best out here. And I tell Jack all the time, I say, Jack is like the most softest spoken person in the room, but carries the biggest audience. We were sitting in Core 4 last year. Y'all remember, man, it was me. I had Big Ant to my left of me. I had Jack to the right of me, man, sitting in the back. And I looked over at Jack and I said, Jack, all these people in here because of you, man. Look at this. So it was just a great feeling, man, to see what impact and what network it is out here. And I'm not going to go ahead and waste too much time, man. I am excited for everybody on here. Thank y'all for spending New Year's Day with this amazing visionary, my guy, Big Anthony Deloach, and everything that he is doing. And so many of the great speakers on here. I am so remiss to let you guys know that there will be a life-changing moment for you guys this year. Straight up. It's not getting ready to be next year, the following year. You're not getting ready to miss the boat. This is your year. 2025 is your time to thrive. That's it. You are not going to go in survival mode like you did in 2024 and 2023 and 2022 and 2021. You will thrive in 2025. You have to see you thriving. And I literally talked about that. Most of this thing is about a mindset more than just action, right? I spoke last night that you learn and then you know, right? You get the knowledge and then you know. Then you have to apply the knowledge. Once you apply it, I'm telling you what, your life can shift. What Jackson just spoke on here earlier, right before me, literally is a tool in a vehicle that will allow you to take yourself to the next level. And that's what we are here about, man. We're here to allow you to put the right pieces in here to get you to the next level. JJC, Julian Jeremiah, who you guys are going to hear even after me. Oh my God, I have no more to say about Julian Jeremiah Craft. And if you're in an e-commerce game or really want to go ahead, man, and get your game up in the digital real estate space, hands down, man, there are two of the best individuals who knows that game in and out and have literally been in it, man, for the last almost 20 years now and been killing it. And trust me, shout out to Jackson because he's made that amazing community and brought them in and showed you guys on some amazing Zoom calls with them. And some of y'all got a chance to meet with them. So I'm excited for you guys to meet some of these amazing speakers and even speakers even after them. We are here to help and help you get shifted into your 2025. Those who know, man, who know me, shout out to you guys. You know, I deal heavily in credit and with banks, right? That's what I do. But most of all, man, let's talk. I don't want to make this boring. I don't want to show you guys a presentation or anything else like that. I just want to have a conversation with you. Most of you guys have vision boards. And if you don't have a vision board, I need you to definitely get a vision board or get something, even if it's not a vision board, get something that you would like to do, a place that you would like to go, something that you would like to help or someone you would like to help so that you literally stay motivated and moving forward in that direction. And I'm telling you what right now, if your vision board does not look like it's matching up within your bank account, guess what? You are on the right Zoom today. And we are here with the amazing leaders, man, all out here who will help you get to that, right? Now, I'm going to give you going some good tips and tricks for 2025 that y'all can actually move ahead, right? I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to get something to you, right? And that's what we hear about. Put a one in the chat if you definitely say, hey, Lambo, I want you to get something to me, right? I want give me a freebie out here. I need something free. I need something that's going to help change my life because this is what it's about. I need to really get motivated and moving in this direction that allows me to move forward, right? For me, I'm going to say this to you. I need for all of y'all to pull your reports. I know it. You guys don't want to look at it. Y'all don't want to look at your credit reports. Some of your credit reports are probably looking tore up from the floor up because guess what? That's what a lot of people look like in 2024, 2023, 2022. You were in survival mode trying to go on ahead and get by. You were literally trying to go ahead and leverage every single dollar you possibly can to get by. And I'm telling you what, it's not an embarrassment. It's an accomplishment for you. Because guess what? You were at least there to leverage something so that you can provide a roof over your head and provide bills on your table and do everything that you possibly could do to provide for your family. I want to give y'all an accreditation for y'all staying in a fight. Most people and everything, man, you don't know this, but guess what? Your first day into 2025, you are 100% a winner. And that's a shout out to y'all. Y'all get the Lambo Bell, man, right here on Big Ant Show. Because your survival rate allows you to say, hey, I've been through all the worst days of my life. I've been through all the worst crap in my life. I've been through all the hell and high water in my life. But guess what? You survived it. And if you survived it, today I want you to drop a 2 in the chats because that literally is shifting you into second gear. Your survival rate is the most important day of your life. You survived all of the losses. You survived all of the headaches. You survived all of the heartaches. I'm telling you what, if you missed last year, when my guy Big Ant Deloach was actually giving his testimony, I think that was one of the biggest things that some of y'all could have actually listened to. He talked about the testimony of him and his family, man, literally looking at the floorboards, and they were able to see through the floorboards of their house. And they're saying, you know what? Something has to change. My question to you today in this 2025, what has to change in your life? If you're saying to yourself, you know what, Lambo, you're 100% right. I look at my credit and everything, man, that finds the story and tells the story of what I've been through, right? And I know some of y'all are looking at your credit and say, Lambo, you know, I'm fine. I've got my stuff together. Well, this is not pertaining to you. This is pertaining to the ones who literally have been through the fight. And if you've been through the fight, you've been through the struggle, I'm here for you today. First of all, you got to definitely get a hold of your credit report, right? Find out what's on your credit. Find out exactly what is literally taking your credit scores down. There's three major factors, man, that literally takes a credit score down. One, derogatory items, right? Anything with late payments, anything, man, that may have literally, man, been charged off, anything that may have had a debt that you didn't satisfy, literally is dragging your score down. We need to identify what's negative on your report and say, you know what, Lambo, what is my next plan of action? Number two, what's holding your score down? I hate to say this, but sometimes, man, most people are literally living off of their credit because they're in survival mode, right? And it's fine for us all to be there. Lambo has been there once, twice, three times. Heck, I done been there so much they know my name down living off of Credit Lane. Shout out to y'all or living off of Credit Lane. And for those who have really been troopers in that identity. Again, you have to find a plan of action how you're going to go ahead and knock that debt down, right? Now, sometimes in everything, man, it's more easier said than done. You say, Lambo, I'm not making a dime to even knock this down. Start where you at. Take the smallest debt that you have on your report and use the snowball effect, right? Eliminate the smallest debt first. And I don't care whatever you have to do. If you have to pick up a second job, if you have to go do more business, whatever you have to do, eliminate that debt first, right? And then once you eliminate the smallest debt, find out what's the next smallest debt that's underneath that you can eliminate. Now, sometimes this process may take a while. It may not be an overnight fix. Some of y'all are looking for the miracle to drop out of the sky in 2025, and you're thriving in 2025 like that. It doesn't work like that. It starts with you stacking one brick at a time to help build your home that you truly want, that will sustain any storm, right? And number three, that you need to go ahead and pay attention to on your credit report that literally drags so many people down, and I see it so often, right? All the irregular or misguided information that has been placed on your credit report that literally someone else has not even went on ahead and found factual, right? We need to identify those things because Capital One may have said, hey, you missed a payment. You may have said, hey, I didn't miss a payment. This is not my credit file. And you need to go ahead and call up that bureau, call up that furniture, call up that company and say, hey, I need you guys to go ahead and recorrect something on my credit report because it's not reporting right, right? When you identify those three factors on your credit report, you can begin to start moving the ball forward. Now, what I'm going to do for some of y'all who are out there, right? And y'all are saying, well, Lambo, you know, okay, well, I've identified those three things. Where do I go? I can go to Credit Karma. Go sign up for Credit Karma. It's free, right? Identify those items. The only part about it is about Credit Karma, you actually need to identify the account numbers that is attached with it. So you may want to go ahead and go to Experian.com, right? For those who need Experian.com, it's a free app. You don't have to pay for anything. It's free. Go ahead and take a hold of that. When you get a hold of Experian.com app, you're able to go ahead and see all of those negatives and see all of those bills and everything else that you need to be paid into your profile. You're able to go ahead and get a plan of action at that point. And then you want to go into Experian. Actually, there's a dispute section in Experian where you can go backdoor and actually see all the items and potentially negative items that are hurting you. Go to that help center, go to that dispute center, and then literally click on it and say, hey, let me go ahead and check out what is hurting my credit profile. Literally from Experian, you will see all of the negative items. It'll tell you right there, hey, this is hurting your file. For some of y'all, it may be just balances. For some of y'all, it may be wrong information, that may be personal information or anything else that's on your file. You need to go ahead and identify that and then get the next plan of action. What I'm going to do for everybody, once you went through that process, right? There's literally, man, a full package I'm going to get to you guys free. I'm sending it to Big Ant Deloach, so make sure you guys get a hold of him. And it's going to be a free step-by-step guide. That way you can do it yourself for free. Not nobody charging you how to do it. Because if you come to Lambo, I'm going to tell you what, me and my team, we're going to crack you across the head, right? And that is for the people, man, who are saying, man, hey, you know what, Lambo, I don't have this time to really do this because I'm literally, man, on the go. I'm literally in business. I'm literally doing all of this stuff. Could you guys go on ahead and handle my file? And literally they come to us, we handle the file, and then literally, man, our team is one of the best that's out here. But for you guys today, I want you guys to take initiative yourself, order your reports yourself, and start taking the plan of action yourself. It's going to be a 5-step, step-by-step guide. Take that guide, take in all the information that's literally in, it should be account name, account number, and just plug it right in on there. You're going to be able to see the exact bureau that you're mailing it to. So each packet goes to each different bureau, and you're going to just send it off. Send it certified mail to each different bureau. For those who say, well, Lambo, I can't send it certified. Well, send it the best way you can with a stamp on it. I suggest you send it certified and see where you at. Wait 30 days. See exactly what comes back. See exactly what comes off, and then go back again in the next 30 days, repent, repeat, re-rinse, and recycle it all over again and watch what happens to your file, right? Again, it's effective, but guess what? It may not work for everybody, but for some of y'all, it's that jump start you need in 2025 to thrive. And then if you need help, man, after that, you say, Lambo, I went through all 4 or 5 steps, all 4 or 5 rounds. It literally takes you 4 rounds. And majority of you guys are going to be cleaned up with any of those negative items, and even taking off personal information that doesn't belong in your file and anything else. Guess what? It literally puts you back into the ball game. You know where you're going to be at in about another 4 to 6 months from disputing that method. It's been effective. It's worked. It's old school, but guess what? It puts you in the game. Follow the steps. Everything is laid out. I'm literally not lying to you. It's a step-by-step process that would help put you in the right direction. Now, for those, again, like I said, after that, you say, Lambo, you know what? I can't do anything, man. Step-by-step, man, took about 4 or 5 rounds. We were here 4 or 5, 6 months. Then you go ahead and you reach out to our team. And then we will be able to go ahead and take those other items off your file to make sure that we get you right for 2025, right? Now, I want to talk about the second type. Once you actually get your credit right, and what Jackson and Anthony were actually talking about, and make sure you reach out to them both for this. For those who are business owners, or you're looking to be a business owner, you want to get yourself involved into our business program Done For You, right? We have a Done For You credit repair on our side, of which Lambo handles. We have a Done For You business credit side. Shout out to my guy, Big Ernest, of what he handles. You guys need help with that, reach out to Jackson, reach out to my guy, Big Anthony, and let them be able to help guide you and get you into that program that is really life-changing. Now, I'm going to say this about this. For some of y'all who don't know, you probably are already asking, well, Lambo, what's the cost? What's the cost of this? What's the cost of that? Well, Lambo just gave y'all something free, right? And I want y'all to use it. Send it to as many people and family members as you possibly can. Let it help change their life. And then on the other side, with my guy Ernest Epps, it's going to cost you a little skin to be in the game. But guess what? They made a solution for every problem. For those and everything, man, who may be asking, like, what's that solution is, jump on the webinar, get the invite from Jackson or my guy, Big Anthony Deloach, and allow them to help show and guide you what that might be. So financing, everybody's approved, right? Doesn't matter where you are. Now, I suggest that everybody, if you do get approved and get enrolled into that Business Accelerator program, it allows you to go on ahead and jumpstart some things in your life. But make sure you're making your payments every month on time, because those payments are small. Those very minimal payments, maybe like $200-300, right? Make those payments every single month. And for at least the first 3 months, that will definitely help you guys out and help get you guys to that next level. Now, the last thing I want to say, right, for those and everything who are business owners, to say, Lambo, I've already got business, already got some things established. I got some things really moving forward. Where and what do you think about me? Well, there's 6 types of all business owners, or somebody who is out there who is seeking funding. Once you get your personal right, once you get your business flowing, and now you actually have to have yourself into the funding stage, right? There are 6 types of all business owners. I don't care who you are. These are the 6 types of business owners, right? You have cash and carry. A cash and carry business owner, or a person who owns a business, they're great. They have steady cash flow, right? They have enough cash flow going through their file, or enough cash flow going through their business, that they're able to sustain the business, right? Whether that's $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, $100,000, $200,000 a month. It doesn't matter. They literally have enough cash flow that going through their business, but they suffer with poor credit, right? And that's one of the biggest things that literally takes that cash and carry business owner out of the place of really being able to get unlimited funding and all the funding that they need. Now, they'll be able to get a lot of MCA loans, which is merchant cash advances loans, because they have a lot of cash flow going through. Cash and carry is really a good one because you literally see cash flow going through your business. But guess what? You're suffering with your credit, and we can help get you in that right direction, right? Number two is the unorganized business owner. The unorganized business owner. The unorganized business owner don't have no filed taxes. They don't have anything, man, of profit and loss statements. They don't have anything showing on their books that they can actually handle what they actually need to really go through to make sure that the banks are looking presentable, that they can really get some funding from the banks, right? And the unorganized one is the one that I hate to say it, Lambo sees a lot of business owners who are like that. But it's a small little adjustment that you need to make, and we can get you right back on track, right? We can connect you with the right people who are connected within this entire organization too, who can get your taxes filed, who can get your paperwork in line, who can get you into a place where, guess what? You can actually start thriving again and start getting funding from your business. Number three is the funny money business owner. The funny money business owner, guess what? They got fluctuate money. They got months where they're at 20,000, 50,000. They got months where they're at 5,000 or 2,000, or months where they're at 1,000 or $400. It's fluctuating. The funny money business owner, they have great credit, but guess what? They're inconsistent month to month in their revenue actually going through their bank accounts, right? Guess what? We can still get them funding even on the business side with things. So that does not eliminate them from actually getting denied or getting approved. It gets approved based off of the relationships that what we already have into our place, right? Number four, man, is the no doc seeker. Now, this is big. This is the one that everybody is out there saying, hey, it's no doc, no doc, no doc, come get this money. And a lot of people actually qualify for that. You can actually have a business, which is amazing, right? Which is I want to tell that to a lot of people who are out there. You can have a business, but make sure that your personal credit is definitely intact and you actually have a beefed up file when it comes to no doc funding. And there is only a limited of no doc funding plays that are still out there that are really still working because they cracked down towards the end of this year of a lot of the regulating things when it comes to no doc funding. And a lot of people know, man, the Chase play is really big out here with the no doc funding, but it allows you to get into a place where you can actually get some money and then allow to use that money to jump into some of these other programs that allows you to cash flow. Now, remember, the no doc seeker has great credit, and you want to have at least between 5 to 8 primary lines that are on your profile if you want to go for the top no doc funding to make sure that we're able to go ahead and get you some funding. And then you don't just want to have any primary lines. You want to have some lines that are at least of $10,000 or above that are primarily in your name, not an authorized user, which I know some profiles are being built out like that, but there are so many other primaries that you can actually use to get on your profile. And a primary is only an account that is registered to you, right, as the individual. It's registered directly to you. You want to make sure that that primary account is on there. So say you wipe your file, you get all the negatives off, you say, Lambo, I don't have any primaries on it. If you are a renter and you've been renting, you literally got so many different rent options out here that will report primaries to you. I mean, you can go to Grow Credit. You can go to Credit Sesame actually has a rental space where you guys can actually go on ahead, put your money in. They backdate those rental lines based off of the history where you've actually been into your profile, and you're able to put that on there. Now, rental lines will only get you so far. The primary lines, but yes, you need a little bit more. You guys can actually go to another one is what is that? Credit Strong. Credit Strong is a nice one. Self Lender is another nice one. They'll actually get you into the game. There's a new jewelry one that's out right now. I want y'all to go take a look at the jewelry $1,000 line as well. So make sure, I think somebody's mute, somebody's mic is unmuted. Thank you. Thank you. There's a jewelry one out as well, a $15,000 jewelry line. You guys can go ahead and get that. That's a new primary that's out right now that'll allow you to get above that $10,000 threshold what the banks are actually looking at. You need something that's staggered across the board on all of your bureaus that allow the banks to actually make sure that you're moving forward. There's another one. You guys can go to Ox Publishing. Ox Publishing has one that's an actual secure credit card that you guys can actually use, right? There's another one you guys can use. And I always tell people, if you struggle with balances and don't know when to pay balances, how much to pay down, you guys can go to, which is good, cred.ai, which is called the unicorn one, which I think is good, and Extra Debit. Chime Credit Builder has another one too that is not driven or derived based up off of balances. So you got Chime Credit Builder, you've got cred.ai, you got Extra Debit app. All three of those you guys can go to. Those are all primary lines that you guys can actually help place on your file. Now, again, when you're going for the no doc, you want to have a little age to it. So add a couple of AUs. You may can go to some family members, some friends, and I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of great people that Big Ant has in this organization that actually has access to AUs. That's something that has age history, but actually has great balances on it that allows the banks to help put you in funding and make sure that the play is ran out right? So again, the no doc seeker is that one. Make sure your prime credit is in place so that you can actually take a hold of you getting those no doc type of funding for you. Number 5 is the dreamer, right? And this is the one that most business owners are in, is that dreamer, right? That dreamer is the one that literally started a business. They're saying we're thriving in 2025. We're doing all of these great things. And guess what? They don't have no cash flow. They have poor credit. They don't have anything going through, no profit and loss statements, no taxes, no anything. They're unorganized. But guess what? They have a dream. And they're saying to themselves, one day, I wish I could be there. One day, I wish I can do that. One day, I wish I can do that. Guess what? You're still in the dreamer stage. It's time for you to take initiative of your business and of your personal and allow things to start lining up that puts you in the place where the banks are looking at you as you being a prime lender or someone who they can actually give money to, right? That's what we really want. And the last but not least, man, is the number 6 is the total package. Guess what? You got cash flow, you got steady revenue, you got personal credit, you got profit and loss statements, your credit's so through the roof, you're above a 700, you got steady history, and not just that, you have meat on your file for your history. The total package, when the banks see that, they are ready to lend and give you money. That's the dream that we want everybody that's connected with this amazing Thrive 2025 meeting today to be at. I want you to be in a total package. I want you to have cash flow. I want you to have profit and loss statements. I want you to have great credit, personal credit that's above that 700. It allows you to look more sexier to the banks, so you can go ahead and get what the banks are actually giving to you, and that's cash flow, so you can invest in some of these amazing opportunities, right? We want the funding so we can go ahead, man, and get the lifestyle that is on our vision boards. Those 6 are the characteristics of every business owner, literally, that you are in place to make sure that we get you funding and get you right in 2025, all right? And if you're in one of those spots and you say, Lambo, identified that as me, it's time for you to go ahead and do something about it and do something about it quick. All right. So I thank you guys again, man. That's just what I wanted to go ahead and share with you. Hopefully that was a lot of information. I will make sure I get the information out to my guy, Anthony DeLoach, and allow him to go on ahead, man, and talk more and send that information to you guys. I love you guys. Have an amazing 2025 year, and I'm looking to see your success on the other side of your story. Take care. God bless everybody.
Man, oh man, oh man. Look, Lambo Drew, like I told you guys, he was going to drop the heat. Man, if y'all think he dropped some heat, drop 3s in the chat for me. Drop some 3s in the chat or in the comments on YouTube. He dropped some heat. He talking about credit. And remember, I told you guys, we need this credit reset. And what I want to tell you guys, don't resist it.
A lot of people get so upset with what happened. Oh, this is what happened with my credit. It's off. It's whatever. I had to miss these payments. I had this happen. That repo happened. I had whatever happened. Right? But here's the thing. Start from today. Since day one, I'm not even resistant. I'm going to become a complete credit master, right? And I'm going to get my credit in line. I'm going to get the stuff that don't need to be on there, right? All that stuff, I'm gonna get that corrected. I'm gonna become the person that pays everything on time. I'm getting back to that person, and I'm gonna thrive in my personal credit, my business credit. Now, look, if we can help you get to thriving in your personal credit, whether you do it yourself or you get Lambo and his team to do it, when we can get you thriving in your business credit, whether you do that yourself or you get the team to do it, if we can get you doing all of that, and you can get 50 to 100K in funding. How many of you all would be excited about that? Drop a 4 in the chat. Drop a 4 for more. Like this, if you can get 50 to 100K in funding, drop that in the chat. Here's the thing that I know. Can I be honest? I see y'all dropping 4s in there, right? Let me tell you, how many of you all going to be totally honest with me, right? Be totally honest with me. If you got 50 to 100K right now in business funding, how many of you all will admit that you're going to need some guidance on what to do with it? Drop a 5 in the chat. How many of y'all, because I talk to business owners all the time. I know because I talk to them all the time. And I say, if we could get you 50 to 100K, and then what you going to do with it? They be like, what's your plan? Because if you get money without a plan, I'm gonna tell you, I think y'all already know what's gonna happen. If you get the money without the plan, you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna be in debt. You're gonna be worse off than you were because you're gonna lose all that money. That money gonna get gone. Look, here's what I tell you: if you don't tell your money where to go, you're gonna wake up one day and wonder where it went. I promise you, if you do not give your money a plan, so that's what we're telling you today. Is like we can get you the funding, but not only we getting you the funding, we're going to help you with the process of knowing what to do when you get the money. So if we get your credit together, your credit is good, your business credit is good, your business thriving, all that stuff. And if you're ready to rock and roll, then we're gonna get you the funding and we're gonna show you how you could do stuff with the funding, right? And so that you can actually do that. Let me give y'all a big secret, right? Here's a big secret. A big difference between rich and wealthy people and poor and middle class people is the way they think, and most importantly, the way they think about money. You guys hear me talk about this all the time if you're in my group. See, poor and middle class people think the purpose of money is to pay bills and get by, just live life. That's pretty much what they think, right? Pay bills, get by. The rich and wealthy people think the purpose of money is to do what? They know, as a matter of fact, they didn't even think. They know the purpose of money is to make them more money. So you got to think about that. So don't get the 50K and say, now I can pay some bills. That's not what it's about. Don't get but that's what's going to happen if you don't know what to do with it. Because guess what? If you don't have somewhere for it to go, guess what's going to happen? Oh, my car got to get fixed. Well, I got this 50K of business funding over here. I got this 50K credit card over here that they gave me. I'm going to go put some new tires on the car because my tire just went out. My hot water heater, it just flooded my house. And now I got that. I'm going to use some of that funding for that. And then you're going to be in trouble because they're going to be like, why are you using business funding for this stuff? But it's money I had. I'm telling you guys, you gotta be able to tell the money where to go, right? So big shout out to Lambo, man. Y'all, Lambo's gonna give me that information. I'm gonna get all that information out to y'all. As a matter of fact, I'm at the end of the call, I'm gonna put in a link. I set up a Telegram for everybody. Now you gotta be on Telegram, right? I know that some of y'all don't like Telegram, but guess what? I don't like Discord. But so I'm just gonna tell you guys that. But I like Telegram. I have a Telegram link that I'm gonna drop in the chat in a little while. And we're gonna funnel all this information to everybody. So make sure you get in our 2025 Year to Thrive Mastermind group on Telegram. And what we're gonna do is funnel all this information. Jackson will be in there. I'm gonna be in there. I'm gonna add all the other experts in there. That way, everybody will be in one place. That sound good? If y'all like that, drop a 6 in the chat. If y'all like that, so we can have all that other stuff in there and everything. So we're gonna have this stuff all together. So everybody's all connected, and we got a group of us to thrive together. right? That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna thrive in 2025. All right. So I don't want to hold. I know we're behind, but y'all stay with. I'm telling y'all, stay with us because you're gonna get some heat. You get some heat. Big shout out to my guy Lambo. Fire in the chat to him, man, for dropping all of that game and everything. But now we're gonna be moving on, man, and I'm excited about what we have right now because I got introduced once again. This connection, y'all better start building some relationships. Got this connection through Lambo, right? And when I got connected to Lambo, and this is crazy how this works. I got connected to Jackson. Jackson connected me with Lambo, and Lambo connected me with JJC. Y'all see how this is working, right? So I got connected to them, and I've been watching, and I don't even know if they know I've been watching. Like I've been watching. I seen them on Lambo show. I seen them on Bandman Kevo show. I don't know if y'all know who Bandman is, right? I see so many things about them, and they're certified. I mean, powerful entrepreneurs, and I love what they're doing with e-commerce. I've been involved with e-commerce. I've seen e-commerce and things like that, but I've never seen anyone do it on the level that they do it and do it with the systems that they do it. My wife loves systems, and I'm telling you, I think she would be. I think Julie would probably. What we're going to talk about would probably be best friends with my wife because my wife loves systems, and she doesn't do anything without a system. We got a system for everything in the house, right? And so I know Julie loves systems as well, and the way the systems are set up and run. When you hear them talk about it, you're going to see that this is powerful. I love the way that they talk about e-commerce as digital real estate, and also how they put together the passive part of it so people can participate. Man, it's just incredible. I never seen someone talk about it now, but I want y'all to get out your notes. If you haven't been taking notes, you're going to get. I know I haven't even heard what they're going to say, but you're going to get a lot of value out of this. I want to bring on some great individuals. I think it's Julie that's on now. Julie and Jeremiah, though, they're absolutely phenomenal business people, but they're also phenomenal people in general. And I just love what they're doing and the impact that they're having on the world. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up Julie Crafton right now. Julie, how are you?
I'm well. Thank you so much. And I love the Thrive in 2025. I think that's powerful. That's powerful. And that's the mindset that everybody needs to have. So thank you so much and love being able to be on here. And thank your wife and following up Lambo and Jackson. And oh my gosh, that's a lot. That's a lot. You guys have got a wealth of knowledge for everybody. So appreciate it so much. Jeremiah is actually doing inventory today because, it's the end of the year, beginning of the news. So he's at the warehouse with the team. And I think they enjoyed a little bubbly last night. And now today they got to get back to work. So, but thank you so much for having me on today. And thank you everyone for joining. So e-commerce, it's a very big world, right? So how do you get started in it? We never had a lower ticket offer, and I'm super excited because we are offering that this year for anybody who has the time and energy to do it themselves. So we have that and the done for you for everybody that has ability to have that business funding and that type of thing. We've been doing this for 20 plus years and everything from importing, exporting, buying, selling, it's all about what do you do. But when you guys were talking about your mindset, which is the most important thing, no matter what anybody does when you are wanting or you are an entrepreneur, because you have to keep yourself uncomfortable. You have to face those facts, whether it's pulling up your credit report and getting it repaired, because life happens to everybody. It happens to everybody, whether it was something that happened to you or it was a bad decision or a multitude of things. It happens to everybody, but you can't go forward until you fix what's happened. And then you find the people that can help you with it. So, when you're talking about who you know and who you're connected with, that is so powerful because it is a large world, but it's actually pretty small when you get out and start meeting people and talking about your experiences because everybody has value and an immense amount of value. And coming into this space with that is I mean, you have to have that history in order to build the character and go through what you need to go through, because we've all done it. We've all done it on a personal level, on a business level, and trying to figure things out and move forward. And we all make mistakes. I've made lots of bad choices in my life. Okay. But at the same time, I had to make a choice, because making no decision at all, you know what the outcome is going to be for that. But making a decision and working towards that and gaining that traction, that's what's going to get you to your goals and your targets and get you to that thrive in 2025. So thank you so much for having us on. Um, E-commerce, I love it because it's what makes the world go round, right? We all need products. We all have to have something, or we want to buy something, whether it's for yourself, your loved one, somebody that needs it. I don't care what it is. You have to be able to buy it. And where do you get it from? Well, COVID did nothing but just push forth our particular business into the massive limelight of you have to buy it online because the stores were closed at the time, right? So back in 2008, when I first started in this industry, it wasn't like that. You were kind of laughed at to buy online or sell online. And it was interesting to see that change. And what the beautiful part is whether the economy is good or bad or indifferent, people still need stuff. They still need products. They still have to survive. And the only way to do that, to really, really expedite that process, is through e-commerce. And there's good and bad and ugly. There's people in our space that are not so great, and there's people in our space that are really great. And surrounding yourself with people who have that knowledge, whether it's teaching you how to do something or doing it for you because you are focusing on something else, your other business or your other day job or whatever it is, that's what we do. So for the first time, we have a school launch community available for somebody that maybe doesn't have the thousands of dollars it takes to spend up front. And so but they want to learn how to do it so they can bootstrap it and figure it out themselves. We can guide you through those potholes and everything that we've gone through to make sure to give you the best practices, to be able to give you the best chances and the path or the plan to be able to move forward each and every time that there is. And then we also have the done for you situation where we take on that work and back office and the customer service and the shipments and everything else. And we take care of all that. And you just get to, like Jackson was talking about, just get to watch your bank account as it starts dinging and making deposits. So there's a lot of different options out there for you. Never be scared to try something. Never be scared to learn something, because even if you don't succeed the first time, you learn something. And that's why it's not a failure, because getting through that process is massive. E-commerce has been our lifeblood because it's fascinating. I've got to go around the world. I've got to meet so many awesome people, know about manufacturing. So something, if you don't know me, you may think I'm a girly girl, right? I like pretty shiny things and glittery things, but I know more about machinery parts than probably most men who actually drive them, and women too. I don't want to just say that just men do it. But it's not because I know how to drive them, but it's because I buy the parts. And so what countries to buy from, what are good distributors to buy from, what does that look like, and how to go to those marketplaces, whether it's Amazon, Walmart, or eBay, and be a success. Does it happen overnight? No. But when you want to create great cash flow, you need to do e-commerce, because that cash flow becomes your consistency. But this industry does take money to make money, because you have to be buying products in order to expect a profit at the end of the day. And we do an extensive amount of research to find the best products to buy, to get you hooked up, and we do not overcharge. We charge what we need to charge for those products. We don't make money on that. We value our clients. We value every person that's out there, because I grew up in customer service back in the day. That was a big thing. Like, I was paid based on the ability for me to serve my clients. And at that time, it was in the restaurant industry. And I've done real estate, and we still do real estate. So you have to have that customer service. And if you want it done for you, then we're your people to be able to do that for you. We keep you up to date on what's going on. You remain in control of all of your back offices. It's a fun and exciting world. I mean, this is my way of gambling because I'm not a gambler, right? Jeremiah does do the crypto and loves to do all that and has done very well at it because he's super analytical. That's not my space, but my way of gambling is watching the sales go through and picking the products. And it's not because it's products that I like to buy or anything like that. It's based on the data that comes it. So it is very I learned a long time ago, I'm not going to be buying products or suggest clients buy products just because I like them. I buy products that have proven sales history, that I know what's going to happen with them, and mitigate as much risk as possible for our clients because I know that that's risking us as well. And so why would I want to risk a client's money any more than I would want to risk my own? And so you have to be very sure about the data that wraps around each of these products. And we work hard to make sure that our clients are well taken care of and that they get the best service that we can offer through that time. So, Lambo dropped so much game when it talks about credit and business and Jackson with the Airbnb. And that's amazing. And you should diversify because diversification is what keeps you moving in that consistent cash flow world. Don't just put all your eggs in one basket. I always recommend having multiple marketplaces and not just one. Even though one can be super, super successful, are you going to say no to an extra 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 from a secondary marketplace or a third marketplace? No, no one would, right? It is your way of franchising your business and figuring out what you want to do to make it successful. So it's amazing to work with our clients because they all have their reasons why. And that's important to me to know what your goals are. So figuring out, okay, you have X amount of dollars. This is what we can do. What are your goals and how can we get you to that goal? Because getting you to reach your goals helps me reach mine. And that's important for us both. That's why there are skin in the game in our system. That's why our company only is going to thrive based on our clients' ability to thrive. And so we have every want, need, and action available to make sure that that happens because that's what makes the world go round, right? We have to make these deals, we have to make these connections, and we have to be able to thrive in 2025 because maybe 2024 wasn't bad to you, and I'm thankful for that. Maybe 2023 was okay, 2022, 2021, and 2019. It doesn't matter. It matters that you want to make a change. You face that fact, you get uncomfortable, you say, okay, I may not know all the answers, but I'm going to find people who do. And this community that everybody has put together here is the place for you to find some answers for your questions and be able to know what's going to make your money work for you. Because Anthony was right. If you don't have a plan for your money and put that money to work, that's not going to come back to you. It's just going to go away. You can't just pay your bills or fix the house issues or whatever it is. You have to make that money, send it out, go get it to work for you and have it bring back partners and family members and have it grow because that's the only way that you're going to be able to scale you, your family, your business, your generational wealth. It doesn't make sense to just let the money go out the door. You have to make sure that it goes out the door, it finds friends, you're putting it to work, and it comes back and multiplies in your favor because that's the only way that it's going to be successful for you. Because just sending it out the door doesn't bring it back. You have to send it out the door with a mission, with a plan of action that is going to be repeatable, rinsable, and time again because it just keeps multiplying on top of that. And in our business with e-commerce, whether it's Amazon, whether it's Walmart, whether it's eBay, your own Shopify, your own website, whatever it is, we have lots of different clients depending on what their goals are. I have clients who sell their own products. We have clients who say, I don't want to do all of the day-to-day work. I just want, here's the money to invest. You do it, and then we take care of that for you based on what your goals are and keep you in the know on a timely basis. And we leverage our warehouse here in Michigan to do it. And that's why my husband wasn't able to be on today. But to get it done, right? It's just about the work behind the scene. We do that for you in that system. Or if you're not quite ready for that and you're still in the beginning stage, but you got some time, hey, let's learn it for yourself. Let's do the do it yourself model and go through our school program. It's a very, very monthly fee. And I'll give you a little tip. I'm not saying a lot about it yet, but next Friday, you're going to have a very good opportunity at a cost that's less than a coffee to be able to join the school community. And it's only going to be open for about an hour, and then it's going to go back up and increasing the price for the monthly fee. But even the full price monthly fee is less than $50 a month. So everybody is definitely going to be able to afford that and find out the way to be able to do it themselves. And we will give you that path, that strategy, that system to be successful. But we just can't do everybody's work for you. To Lambo's point, you can do it yourself. We're going to give you the strategy and the session to plan, and then come back to us and say, okay, I've got it this far. I've done this. I've made this much money. I'm ready to hand the reins over, and you guys can take it from here and continue scaling it. We have that happen, a fair amount too. A lot of people have done it themselves. I know Jackson has been in this space. Anthony, you said you were in this space before. Well, I didn't recreate the wheel. We just simply work hard and get that wheel to turn, just based on 20 plus years of experience between us. And I've been in it since 2008. Jeremiah started his in 2005. And we have been hitting the work road for a very long time to figure out, okay, I know I don't want to do this, but this is the best practice in this case. And we're constantly learning. Because I don't think anybody can be an expert unless that thing that you're an expert on stopped growing, changing, and evolving, right? And so we have to continue learning and going down that path because things change all the time and we need to be on top of it. And we want to make sure our clients are on top of it so that they come out the other side and they have a plan. This is a digital piece of real estate that gains in value. Whether you sell it with inventory or not sell it with inventory, it goes on your balance sheet as a very profitable asset and helps your cash flow tremendously because it creates consistency. You can see it growing and scaling, and you have cash moving through your account with profit at the end of every single month, actually bi-monthly at worst case scenario. So you definitely have the path to get yourselves into a different position so that you can thrive in 2025 or grow your already good position that you've gone through and make things better and have another income stream or triple income streams, depending on if you want one store, three store, two stores, whatever it is. And there's new platforms coming online all the time. We've already been reviewing over TikTok and doing some beta testing there and have a few clients doing that as well, because it's important to stay on top of it. Not every trend just stops at where you're at. So everybody comes to us from a different situation, a different past, but I need to know what your goals are, where your situation is. And you get with Lambo, you get with Anthony, get your credit in order if that's an issue, or if you've already got that done and you're ready to get started. Hey, let's call, let's do it. Let's do a conversation. Let's talk about what you want to have happen and where we can get you on that path so that that dream comes true. You're no longer a dreamer, you're a doer, and that changes your perspective and get that money coming back to you, and multiplying, because everybody needs that. You cannot possibly go through life and just have money going out the door because it doesn't just rain on trees. If you found the seed to find a money tree in your backyard, please put that in the chats because that would be a big one for everybody to learn. And you want to share that information where you can find that. But this is definitely all of these great leaders that are on here today have a wealth of knowledge to be able to help you through this process, to be able to put your money to work and help you get into the best position that you can so that you are thriving in 25, period. Not just surviving, but thriving and getting that in there. Yes, Lambo, I've had a lot of coffee this morning because I was up late. So no, I am just amazed at watching everybody that is going through the process and learning from everybody. So thank you so much, Anthony, for letting me come on here and talk about our business. You can get a hold of us at jjcunlimited.com. We have our Instagram, our Facebook. Hit me up and instant message, DM me, whatever it is. And I would be happy to connect with you and get you started on whatever journey or path that makes the most amount of sense for where you're at today. So thank you, sir.
This is absolutely incredible, man. I hope you guys got a lot of value. Drop some fire in the chat for Julie. Now, Julie, I do have a question for you. I do want to ask before we get off of here, because I've seen some of your interviews, some of the things that you've done. If somebody says, because I know we got a lot of people on the call who are like, "Hey, I just want that passive income. I want to watch my bank account grow." Now, I know all results are not typical, and everybody doesn't get the same result. But can you give us some examples of the type of passive income people are able to generate from establishing a done for you store? Because we know you guys know how to optimize it, you know how to purchase the right products, you know all the right processes, procedures, where to buy from, all of that type of stuff. If
Right.
somebody said, "Hey, look, I just want you to do it for me," what type of passive income can they expect, or what have you seen from other clients?
So in the past 5 years, that's where my average is coming from because the previous time before that I've been doing e-commerce, I was working for somebody else. I was growing their company from a couple 100,000 to 40 plus million. And so the past 5 years, we've been doing it for ourselves and our clients. We have been able to consistently average 10% on a profit margin level. Okay. But when we do the done for you, I do need to make sure that you have at least 50,000 available per marketplace. So if you're going to do a couple marketplaces, you're not spent all out of the gate, right? You're not just dropping 50 and then say, "Hey, where's my money back?" This happens over time. But I need to know from a perspective because we have overhead too. So I need to be able to say, "Okay, I know how much it costs us on a monthly basis, what we need to do for your store to be able to get there, and I can't multiply your money." I mean, you can do it on a much smaller budget, don't get me wrong, but to pay somebody else to do it on a smaller budget is rather difficult because I need to get your store to selling $250,000 a year or a month. I'm sorry, a month, 250,000 a month as fast as possible. And that generally takes about 12 to 18 months to get to that level. Some are a little faster, some are a little slower. Just all depends because you're right, not there's not any two stores that start alike, finish alike, or continue alike, right? I can't guarantee sales, but I know it sells, and I know that we can, there's levers that we can pull. There's a couple of times, especially in the beginning, and that's why cash flow is important because Amazon and Walmart both hold back 2 weeks for your pay. So think that they pay you in arrears, right? So you have to understand that. And so if I'm spending 10, 20,000 that first month, you need to know that that's not going to be deposited into your account. Again, you don't get it all back in lump sums. But it does deposit every 14 days with those two marketplaces, and eBay is on a daily basis. Shopify's daily, websites daily, that type of thing. But that our average store, if you're going to do the done for you, my goal is to get you at least $250,000 a month in sales, right? Which equates about $25,000 in net profit. And then we do an 80-20 split. So you keep 80% of that and we take 20%. And we invoice at the end of every quarter. So you're using full cash flow for all that time, and then we invoice at the end of every quarter because it is a partnership, right? I know that businesses need money and cash flow is important, and so it's best for us and best for you as a client to be able to leverage that full amount through those cycles and getting that done. And we do a mix of wholesale and direct ship. We do, because we're out of the fourth quarter now, I'm shipping more products into the marketplaces where during the fourth quarter, it's always a little sketchy. We want to get everything in before September or October if you're going to be selling it through that time frame. So, but again, we leverage our warehouse to do that. Starting out, so it takes us, we connect directly in your store vendors and distributors. So we connected through EDI and API, right? So it's just their way of communication highways so that they can do tracking, they can do upload shipments. All of that is in real-time communication. That takes about 2 to 4 weeks for me to accomplish that. So when you sign up, you get your store opened. It's going to take me about 2 to 4 weeks to get those connected. Then listings go live. Then we have product purchases. We do a combination, like I said, of wholesale and direct shipping, meaning that for direct ship, you're not paying for that product until it sells, but we've listed a whole array of different products that's available to sell. And then we cherry pick the most profitable ones for your wholesale advantage, right? Because you have to have cash flow and not every product sells for the same profit margin by a long stretch. There's a huge array. We try to stay above at least $20 for cost. So generally speaking, stores go from $75 say per sale average all the way up to about $250 per sale average, depending on the array of products. Our clients don't compete with one another. There's a lot of products out there to sell. The marketplaces do not get saturated because it is a big, big world. So first month, 10 to 15,000 in sales. Second month's about 25 to 35. Third month is between 50 and 75, and then it just continues scaling after that, just to continue up. Like it's my goal, like I said, to get you to at least 250. So my expectation, because you're like, well, how do you do that with just 50,000? Well, there's a couple of things. So one, I can't just do 250,000 in sales with $50,000. I wish I could. I'm not a magic person though. But you're going to be putting in, like if you can figure out if it's 10% profit, you're going to be putting in, 200 and some thousand in inventory and shipping expenses. So in order to get $25,000 in profit. So you got to think about that. Now, if you're leveraging credit cards, which most of our clients do because it's really smart, right? Because you're extending your time that you have to pay it back. And the way to do that is I can turn that. So when you get that first deposit every 14 days, I need you to pay that off so I can roll that twice in the same month. It doesn't happen on month one, but as we get there, that's the process of scaling it. And there is a process. I can tell you right now and walk you through in detail every single thing. And then as a human, most people just can't grasp and wrap their head around all those moving parts. But as you go through the process, it starts making sense and you start seeing it move. So if you had 50,000, I can turn that to 100 by turning it twice. Again, assuming you pay that first one off. And then, okay, so I expect you to go back and get some additional funding so that we can continue scaling that process. And if you're cash flowing and your business is in good and you're paying your bills on time, it's an easy win. Banks love e-commerce businesses anymore. When I first started back in 2008, they hated us. Distributors hated us. Manufacturers hated us. Banks hated us because, oh, it's not a real business. It's just online. Guess what? It is a real business and it makes real money and it makes real millionaires every single day. So I need to get you to 250. Then I want to get you to 500,000. Then I want to, it's a continuation that continues to grow, scale, and move forward. For the done for you, not a lot that you have to do. I need you to do, ID verifications. I need you to make sure you answer your mail if you get a postcard that has a code on it. But I keep them informed. This year, for whatever reason, I had the first time I had distributors closed on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, so we had to actually put stores on vacations for the direct shipping and different stuff. But that's a 2-minute job, and I walk you through it. So not a lot that you have to do. We answer the questions. We do all of the back office work. We do all of the inventory and shipment work and get you taken care of. So does that give you kind of some good averages? Wholesale gets to be about 20-30% profit. And then direct shipping starts off between 4 and 8, and then 8 to 12, and then 12 to 15, those ranges. But at over a quarter, everybody averages at least 10% profit.
Wow, that is incredible right there, man. And that was some incredible information. That's exactly what I was looking for. And I love the fact that you could tell that like it's a difference between someone who is doing something and someone who really knows it, right? And you've been in it and you've been in the trenches and you really know the ins and outs of it, all the nuances of the business that someone would take. I think it would take someone 5 years or more to get where you are as far as knowledge wise and expertise or anything. It would take that long, but they can offset that with the fact that we have the done for you product, right? So and they can leverage the expertise of someone who has that experience and that knowledge. And for them to, I think you said in the next, let's say the next 15 to 18 months to get to a point where you have a business that's doing $250,000 a month, which is about what, 3 million a year,
Yeah.
right? It's about
Yep.
3 million a year that a business is doing. Can you all imagine? And let's just say, let's just round it out. Say within the next 2 years, you've taken the time to start now to build a business that's doing 3 million a year, and you're earning after after you actually do the split, let's say 20K a month. How many, and it's totally passive for the most part. Like, how many of you all think that's fire right there? Drop some sixes in the chat. I'll just say six for, I don't know, whatever number. Just drop six in the chat for me, right? I want you guys to understand this is where we want to go. If you guys are making crypto profits, real estate profits, whatever other profits that you're making, if you're on your job, you have another business, you have to be looking at things like this that you could get started in. And see, if we could help you get your personal and business credit together, right? And then you could get business funding and you could get 100K in business funding. And we show you how we can put you in contact with someone like JJC, and they can say, well, look, we could do the done for you. We start on it now. And in 2 years, this is the best retirement plan I ever seen anybody can come up with. Right? Like I don't know. How many y'all agree with me? Drop a seven in the chat. If y'all agree with me, like if you could go, no guarantees, but I'm just saying, if you could go to in 2 years, you making 20K a month passively or more. No guarantees. We just talking about a vision for your life and for what you can do. And you have someone with expertise that can set this up and have it all running in the back on the back end for you. This is powerful, guys. And I don't remember I told you at the beginning, no resistance. This is possible for you if you believe it's possible. That's all it takes. Don't resist it. Don't say I can't about any part of it. Say, how can I? So I can, I will, I must. This is about leverage. It's about leverage and legacy, guys. And we had to think different. We had to think with our thrive mindset. So, Julie, this was absolutely fire. I think we had one question in there. I think Al had a question. I think he said, what was his question? Give me 1 second.
So
So
it's not
50K
50K
up front.
up front. Yeah, it's not 50K up front. So I just need to know that you have that much available to spend. Like I said, it doesn't happen the first month or even maybe not even the second month in full. But I need to know that you have that ability, credit readiness kind of a situation, because at some point, I know that number is where I need you to get you so I can hit my targets and you can hit yours and so on. We have two packages right now for a single store to be able to do one marketplace, which I'm always going to suggest doing Amazon because it is the largest, right? It's 35,000 for the onboarding. It's a one-time fee. And then it's the 20%, which is billed at the end of every quarter. And then if you want three stores, it's 55,000 to be able to do that. And that gives you the Walmart, Amazon, eBay, and right now we're throwing in TikTok because we're still in sort of a beta testing stage. TikTok Shop has some really, really good traction to maybe be the first one to possibly can catch Amazon and the difference in growth or market share that they have. Wonderful things about TikTok is you do pay advertising, but there's no monthly store fees, and there's no they take 1.9% for the first 90 days and then a flat 5% fee after that, which is by far the lowest with any of these marketplaces that they take to sell on their platforms. So there's a lot of advantages to it. So we do throw that in if you do get the bigger package and move forward. So those are one-time fees, and then it's just the reoccurring at the end of every quarter. When I say full reconciliation, we handle your returns. We go through, pull the reports directly out of your store, match it up with every single vendor charge that's out there for your store, and then point everything at the end. So these are net profits. These are not just gross sales. I don't charge my percentage based on gross sales because that doesn't make anybody money. It's net profit that makes people money.
That is awesome. Drew said, do you accept crypto for payments?
I do. I do. Jeremiah would love that. He would
There
love
you go. I love it.
XRP out there or Bitcoin, any one of those are doing really good. So
Awesome. We're a crypto community, so that's absolutely phenomenal. We love to hear that. So that is good, man. So we got some powerful stuff that's going on, guys. Hopefully you guys are paying attention. Once again, pay attention so you can get paid. Open up your mindset to this. Start wherever you need to start so you can get here. Man, 3 stores for 50K one-time fee and then 20% quarterly is a no-brainer to me, right? Like all you got to do is I want you to do the how can I.
how can I get started with this? Where do I need to start? And start wherever you are and get going so you can end up where you want to be. So that's what we're going to do. Thank you so much for Julie for taking some time out of your day and really getting this information out to the people there. So I think we have one more. You mind one more question? I see Lawrence just
No,
raised his
that's
hand.
fine. Yeah.
Okay, Lawrence, you can
Hey,
unmute.
hey, brother, how you doing? Great
Um,
call.
Awesome, awesome, incredible. Glad to see you on.
Yeah, man. Miss Julie, how you doing? Thank you for your
I'm
time.
I am good, Lawrence. How are you?
Good. And just for clarity, because I'm moving around with my children, so it's 55,000 for three stores. You don't have to have the money up front today. Just had to be relatively available, and then all the net profits come to us, and then you bill us quarterly for the 20%.
Correct. So the 55 is the onboarding fee. So that is upfront.
Okay.
But your inventory spend. So I always recommend somewhere between 35 and 50,000 per marketplace. So if you're going to do three, you need to think about that. You got to have about 150, ish between 100 and 150 available. Again, that doesn't get spent all up front, not even close. This is a scaling process. So you're going to start off at zero. So we got to get you from zero all the way up to, like I said, 250 is my first goal to get people to hit. Amazon specifically, well, all the marketplaces do it. So they kind of meter you in the beginning because they need to get to know you as a seller. So they want to make sure you're going to take good care of their customers and you're going to put in tracking and all of that. So if I come out of the gate selling 100 grand in your store the first month, they will shut you down for review. And that's a process. And so we don't want you to do that. So we do scale it, right? So again, you're starting from zero to get that through. But the onboarding fee is upfront, and then the inventory just needs to be available. And I don't spend your money unless you know I'm spending your money. So I don't, it's not just some willy-nilly situation out there. You will get taught, I will go over with you products from a wholesale perspective, the quantities, why we're buying these, whatever details that you like. And then when you get comfortable with the process, a lot of the clients will be like, okay, I have this much to spend. Let's go send me the invoice and get it taken care of and get it done. So, it's just it's a process to go through. But yes, that is the one-time upfront fee, and then we literally handle all the other moving parts that you go through as a seller, so that your and monies are all deposited into your bank account, so you get the full cash flow, not just the net profit. Because it's your store, your business that is the EIN that is set up under goes into your bank account, does not come through us or anything like that.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everybody.
Awesome, awesome. That is incredible. So you guys got the information, man. That is awesome. Like I said, guys, stay tuned. We have a actual Telegram group that I'm gonna drop the link in here for you. Make sure you guys stay on for that. We're gonna drop the Telegram group. I already got Drew already sent me, Lambo Drew already sent me the credit document that he was talking about. It's already in the Telegram group. When I put that Telegram group in here, you guys will be able to go in there and get that and start working on what you need to there. You will have the information. So, everything that the Craftings, JJC, they're offering, everything you're going to keep up to date on that and all that type of stuff. So guys, we got some fire going for you. Hopefully you guys aren't tired yet. Hopefully you're still ready for some more information. Big shout out to JJC for dropping all of that heat for us. Now we're going to move forward and we're going to go into this crypto space, but it's different than what you guys think. We're not going to be talking to you about a platform. So hopefully somebody is excited about not talking about a platform that we're going to talk about, but I'm going to bring on a gentleman been able to connect with a long time ago. I mean, I don't know. It's been years now that I think I've been connected with the Mooney brothers. And I want to tell you, these are absolutely phenomenal individuals, man. And big shout out to the late great Paul Mooney. I hope you guys know Paul Mooney, but they are well, I think it's going to be Dwayne that's going to be talking about their bot, and they've been using a bot. It's called the Prosperity Bot. What a phenomenal name, right? The Prosperity Bot that they've been using
that's been getting some absolutely phenomenal results. And I would not have them on if I hadn't been paying attention and watching the type of results that they have been getting for their community. Their community is the Wealth Portal, and they've been doing some phenomenal things for their people. So I said, man, you guys got to come on and talk about it. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they got something else that they're gonna with the prosperity bot. They got something else that they'll be releasing very soon. So let me pull up Mr. Dwayne Mooney. The show is yours, brother. I'm gonna bring you on, and you can go ahead and share with the people.
Hey. First of all, thank you for having me on. And big shout out to my brother Daryl Mooney. And shout out to our father Paul Mooney, who was the great comedian who wrote for Richard Pryor, who wrote for Eddie Murphy, who wrote for Living Color, who was last seen writing for Dave Chappelle. And he was a great stand-up in his own right. And Daryl and I used to do stand-up too, but you know, it was fun, but who wants to be over 60 in a nightclub telling jokes at 1 o'clock in the morning when you can make passive income? Okay. So we're definitely into the passive income thing. We've done a lot of projects together, and we still do. I still like the third-party platforms. They're fun. They're like a slot machine. But being in Vegas, get your money out as soon as you can. However, what we want to do is have mostly control your money programs. And all the programs that you have mentioned are control your money. So we have the crypto bots going. We even have a guy who does managed DeFi with yield farming and liquidity pools. Okay. But what I specialize in is, because I'm a Forex guy, right? Used to trade. I just don't like trading because it's so emotional, right? And my thing is always wanted to do, if somebody could do a research on what's the average living age of a Forex trader, because that's how intense it is. Now, but because of technology, because of AI, we can use bots. And that we can use things that make money for us, what keeps us passive. So what I've been doing, since I am a trader or a former trader, still trade sometimes for key positions. But when you have a bot that has no emotion, no greed, it just follows the system that's built into it that makes the trades 24/7. This is unbelievable. So the Wealth Portal has their own bot. It's called the Prosperity Bot. This bot is a scalping bot. So it trades in small increments constantly. And it's making anywhere from, anybody know the Forex market, you all do, it's the biggest market on the planet. It's dealing with currency all over the world. The British pound, the euro dollar, the US dollar, the Australian dollar, the Canadian dollar, on and on and on and on. This bot, a lot of you probably have used bots that didn't work. This one works. You can set it and leave it and just let it do its thing, right? Trades around the news, you don't have to worry about that. Just let it roll. You can use it for that. You use low risk when you do that. Now, low risk is 0.01 for every 1,000. 0.01 lot size for every 1,000. Lots is just a percentage of what you're using per trade, how much money you're using per trade. Now, and what I like about the Forex, you make money if it goes up or down, okay? That's what I love about it, my favorite market. Now, with this bot, since it's trading for you, all you have to make sure, checking in on it, make sure it's on, make sure everything's working. That's all you have to do when you are just set it and leave it. But what if you decide to say, hey, I want to make more money, so I want to manage the bot. Now, how long is managing the bot? Managing the bot is you may move it up to mid-risk. and you may watch it for every now and then because you're checking on the drawdown. Drawdown is like how many trades you're in and what is the drawdown. Say, for instance, you have a $2,000 account and your drawdown is 20%, which would be $400. You want it to stay around there between 0 and 20%, right? You really don't want it to go over that. If it does, it's fine. But when you're mid-risk, you just watch it every now and then. And then you may take off that particular window or that trading pair and just go back to low risk. Or if you're at mid-risk and more money and you're in a drawdown and you see you're in a drawdown, you may want to put more money in to make it low risk again. In other words, if I have a $2,000 account, 400 drawdown, or it gets up to 800, I may want to put another 2,000 in so it'll bring it back to mid risk. So it's things that you can do that when I'm saying you're managing it, managing an account makes more money. And this is the thing is you can have a low risk account, you can have a mid risk account, you can have a high risk account. Now, why I say all this is because what we do when you get the bot, we don't want you just to use it and just put it on and set it and leave it because so much more money you can make. We want you to learn how to use the bot. So we train people for 90 days on how to use the bot. And believe me, your account will grow like crazy. It will grow like crazy. We're averaging anywhere from 20 to 40% a month. Okay. And this is something that you control. I said before, control your money program. You control it, which takes it to the next level. You control when you take your money out. You control the settings that you create for yourself. You control the pairs that you use. We use 6 different pairs. You control, and we're always testing new pairs that we possibly can use. So this is exciting when you control how much money you make and you're using technology to make you money. I don't want people to sit back and say, oh, I made money off the bot. I don't know how, but I made it. No, we want you to have the mentality of, you know exactly how much money you're making, you know how you're making it, you know how to make more money with it. And when I say manage your account, you know how much time it takes to manage your account? I'm going to tell you this. You're managing third-party platforms more intensely than you are a Forex bot. Because you got to constantly move money with third-party platforms. This, all you have to do is make sure it's on and you look at what the market is doing. It literally will take you 5 to 10 minutes a day. And that's not even every day. Other times you're looking at it, make sure everything's on. Smiley face is on, that's another story. Everything's lit up. Nothing got crazy because your children were playing on your computer and everything it doesn't look like it's supposed to look. Okay. You can also get a VPS so you can have it on, the bot on with an account, a broker account, Forex broker account, where you don't need to have your computer on. Now, what's exciting about it is this. It becomes your own ATM machine, your own personal ATM machine. Your own, I'm going to repeat again, your own personal ATM machine. How much money do you want to make today? How much money do you want to make in 2 weeks? How much money do you want to make in a month? And you can compound it and build it and build it. But again, like anything, you always want to be taking out profit at some point because you want to get paid for your efforts. You want to get paid for what the bot is doing. Now, what's so important about this bot? This is what's fantastic. You can take this prosperity bot and you can have different accounts going. Like I said, you can have a low risk account going, you can have a mid risk account going, you can have a high risk account going, you can have different pairs going on different accounts. With this one bot, you can have 10 accounts going. So it's literally your own business. Now, we have other bots too. This is just our main bot. What if you have 3 or 4 or 5 bots out there giving you multiple streams of passive Forex income that's just making you money. Now, where do we get this from? From third-party platforms. Being in multiple third-party platforms, what about having multiple accounts with Forex bots? The prosperity bot is our main one. We're always looking for more that we can use, so you can be a bot man. You can be a bot woman. You can control your destiny by using bots and letting them trade for you. And the beautiful thing about it is you can pay or use cryptocurrency to deal with a broker to make it happen. And then this is the other side. As you're involved, because you know we love affiliate. We love affiliate. When you get with the broker, you can get with their affiliate program. So as people sign up, guess what? You can make money too. That's what's fabulous. We love making money off of other people, especially when it's trading. And since the prosperity bot works so well, we make good money on that end too. Okay, so we have that going. That's for people who want to get involved, make it happen. It's still passive. It can be very passive. We set it up for you. We show you how it works. You get a free introduction training. Then you can get into our prosperity bot daily profit club. That's where you get trained for real with other people that are making money. It's insane. It's really insane. Everybody's making money. Now, the next step for people who don't want to do that, they don't want their own bot. Every home should have a bot. Every home should have a prosperity bot. You can teach your 10-year-old to do it. You can teach your 10-year-old to manage the account. That's how easy it is. The next step is, and you've heard of this, we're starting our own PAM account. That's the new information that he was talking about. We'll use a couple of bots. The PAM account are for people who just, I don't even like the computer. I don't want to do anything. I feel helpless. Well, can you turn the computer on? Can you sign up with a PAM account? We'll walk you through it. And then we'll have a PAM account that you can just put money in. $500 will be the minimum. That should be we start that on the 6th, right? So on the 6th of this month. It's going to be called the Wealth Portal FX. It'll be called Wealth Portal FX. It'll be with Plexi Trade. So we'll have, it'll be a 70-30 split. You take 70, we take 30 at the end of every 30 days. So we'll have that going on too. So we'll have a double edge. You can do it yourself. You can set it up yourself, control your own destiny. You control the money, you control everything, right? It's easier than what you think. Technology is doing the work, but I want you to see technology as an extension of you. That's even with the AI things of products and tools. Always see it as an extension of you. Never let it dominate you. Know what it's doing, how it's working. That's why we say know what the settings are doing, know how to change the settings, know what pairs you're using, know what pairs work best with the prosperity bot. That's where the money is made. The more you know, the more money you can make. But remember, it's still passive because the technology is doing the work. You're just setting the parameters of what the technology can do. Okay, so I want to reinforce that. But we will have a PAM account for people to get involved in. Basically, we're managing the account. You put your money in, you control your money. Again, another control your money. You'll be able to take money out when positions close. Positions close at least every week on average. They close, all positions are closed. So you'll be able to take probably money out every Friday if you want to. So this is what we have going. So now we do all the other stuff, the crypto bots, the managed accounts, the third-party platforms, getting into everything that I got the business credit. I'm working on that right now with the same people you're talking about. I want to do the stores. I want to do the Amazon stores. I want to do the Airbnb. But right now, what we have going on can make you money, and it doesn't take a lot of money to do it. Even the coming in on the DeFi, $750. I think we got a promo for $500. You can get in. And a lot of people don't know what the DeFi is. They don't know liquidity pools. They don't know yield farming. When you should know it, you should learn it, you should do something yourself. But what if you have an expert that looks like you that's doing it for you, and he's making 5 to 40% a month? Okay, and you get a split with them. It's wonderful. And the more money you put in, the bigger your split. All the way, if you put in 5,000, you get 90%. But again, the bots, the Forex bot, you control it. You're not splitting it with nobody when you do it yourself. That's 100% your money. Okay, all you do is have to buy. And again, it's easy to learn, and we train you how to do it. How many people has actually trained you on how to master a bot? And for people who have the other bots, they're trained on those too. But once you know how to master one bot, you pretty much know how to do them all. They just may work differently. But once you master it, you are literally in control of your destiny without you doing the trades yourself. I think that's it.
Man, that is powerful right there. You guys can tell how passionate he is about the prosperity bot. And I've been in the Wealth Portal group, and I've been watching him post the performance of the bot. And I've seen some of the MyFX books and things like that. And it's been absolutely incredible to see the results and to see how long you guys have been doing this. So this is so good. And so I want you guys to take a look at it. Now, I know you guys before had a holiday special. Is that still going on right now, or is that over?
We always have specials. Our special right now for the bot, usually it's $500. It's only $400. But with that $400, you get a month in training for free. You get a month training for free. So you get the bot. So really, that's $700-800 cost, where you get the bot and the training, because we want people to get to understand how it works. And so that's the special, $400 altogether, the package for the bot and the training, a month training that you get. And you get into our group. And again, you'll see people that's supporting you. They're going to help you. We have a great group that know what they're doing, and they're making money. And believe me, most of them started like they didn't even know what the Forex was. Now they're experts, right? Now they're experts. So it's fun. It's a fun way to go. Again, it's something you can teach your children. It's something you can teach anybody that's at home. It's just a wonderful thing to do. Believe me, when you do it, you're going to be like, I can make money this easily? Really? Is it? Because people want to learn how to trade, and that's fine. If you can handle it, if you can handle the emotions, you can handle the greed. The bot has no greed and no emotion. It's just a system.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And look, guys, here's what I want to tell you. This is us utilizing AI through what they're providing through the Wealth Portal, is that now you get to take advantage of AI. And I want to give you guys some advice here, is don't fight AI. A lot of people looking at the adversary side of AI, and they're looking at AI as an adversary, and instead of using AI to their advantage. Right. And what we need to do is we need to use AI to our advantage. And this is definitely one of the ways that you put AI to work for you. Most people worrying about AI is going to take my job. No, why don't you give AI a job and you won't have to worry about a job?
You just said that. You just said, won't you give AI the job, or won't you invest in the AI that they're using? Because as investors, well, what's working? We're going to make money off of it. Or utilize it instead. It's like like the old line that says, people said when they were riding horses, right? And then they started going to trains, and people was like, I don't want to get on the train. Then when they went to cars, I don't want to get on the car. I don't want to get a car. I want to stay on my horse. Then when they went to from cars to airplanes, I don't want to get on the airplane. I want to just stay on the car. In the car. It's the same with technology. I don't want to get on the internet. I don't want to be on Facebook. I don't want to be on Instagram. Well, that's where all the money is. So now it's like, I don't want to do AI. It's going to take over. No, nothing is going to take over the human brain. Everything is duplicated from that. We control that. So get in a position where you make money off AI. If you don't want to make, not only can you utilize it to make money off AI, you can also invest in things in companies that are using AI, the new features, the new things that they are doing with AI. You can invest in it. So always stay ahead of the game as an investor. That's why I love what you and Jackson are doing as investors. You're always staying ahead of the game.
Absolutely, man. Well, big shout out to you and the Wealth Portal and your brother, man. This has been absolutely phenomenal. I love the movement that you guys are having, and the movement that you're creating and how you're helping people. And I love the fact that you are leading people in the right direction, showing them how to play strategically. Right. And that's what this whole thing is about. If you can improve your strategy, right, you can improve your results. And that's what we're doing now. And I'm glad to be partnered with you guys as far as just everything that's happening in this space. I love what you all bring to the space and everything. So this is phenomenal. And we're looking forward to thriving in 2025 with you all as well. I'm gonna add you to the Telegram group also, so that that we can anybody that's interested, they can go ahead and sign up and get the prosperity bot and everything and
Yes.
get rocking and rolling.
Yes, get rocking and rolling. Get it, get it, get it, because all you're going to do is make money. And like what you said, and I just want to say, because I'm friends with you and Jackson, and I met Jackson in L.A. He's the skinny built dude. You don't know how built he is. I'm like, this brother. I thought he was Jimmy Walker. So, but the thing is with this is with what you guys are doing, and we love passive. But people have to understand that even within the passive, you have to be active, right? And especially in the marketing capacity. Because I took your marketing course and it was great. We share with each other and we improve ourselves because we have a group. You have your tribe, Jackson has his tribe. Because, I was going to do my own Thrive 2025. I'm like, they're doing one. I'm just going to combine with them, right? And send people to theirs. And then you inbox me and said, hey, can you talk about your program? I'm like, that's how it works. And I wasn't doing it for that. I was just doing it. Let me connect. They're doing it bigger and bigger, better. Everybody's coming together. So with what you guys are doing and being business partners with you guys and being my role models, because I model and take from both of y'all. I look at what y'all doing. Let me take a little bit of that and improve on my stuff. So it's a great movement to have peers that are in the same world you're in, because you said something earlier. People, you get isolated. And sometimes you think it's just you. Am I the only one thinking like this? Then I see what Jackson is doing. When I see what you're doing, it's like I just get motivated and I get inspired. And that's what's the wonderful thing about having groups and different tribes. The tribes can come together.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. But we're so glad to be connected to you. And we know there's going to be so much success and prosperity with the Prosperity Bot in 2025. So we're excited about it, man. Thank you so much for being on. And y'all drop some fire in the chat for Dwayne Mooney for coming on and taking some time out of his
You
day.
and Jackson got a free Prosperity Bot anytime.
Oh man, you're awesome.
That's my
Awesome.
gift to both.
Incredible. Look, you
Anytime.
see Jackson, don't you? You see Jackson over there? This is awesome. Awesome. This is incredible. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for being on. I do have a special guest that I'm going to bring on really quick because I want you guys to see this. Now, we talked about a lot. Man, if y'all got some value out of this so far, drop 777. Drop 777 in this. I hope this has been one of the most valuable New Year's masterminds that you ever attended. And I know we're going over 2 hours, but it's a mastermind. This is not just for you all to come on this and forget the information. This is actual mastermind, right? And so I have a special guest that I want to bring on today because this is going to bring it all in a circle, right? Because we talked about what we've been through in 2024, the things we've come through, the things that all the expertise and the things that we should be doing. But I want to bring on this guest because we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about you actually taking all of that and getting paid for it. I have the belief that there's not one pain that I go through that ain't gonna pay me. Woo, can y'all feel me on that? If I'm going through the pain, it's going to pay me. How many of y'all want to get paid for your pain? And if you get paid for your pain, you're gonna be rich. Drop a 8 in the chat if y'all feel me right now. If you get paid for your pain and your problems, I don't go through problems. Look, a problem is not gonna get away. I'm not gonna go through it without it paying me. It's gotta pay me. I'm not gonna go through the pain. It's got to pay me, right? And so I want to tell you this, man. I think every entrepreneur out there, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're an influencer, thought leader, if you are, no matter what space you are in, I think we all have a story to tell. But not only that, right? I think if you're going to really step into your space as an authority, then you need to become a published author, right? And I talked with my wife. I said, can you drop some game for the people who know that they need to write a book? They know it's time. We're not getting out of 2025 without you guys being becoming a published author out there, because you got so much value that you need to get out to people, and there's so much that people can get from you, and there's so much that needs to be of a legacy that needs to be left after you. Do you know there's a lot of legacies left in books? You think about the Think and Grow Rich, you think about the Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you think about all the books that are out there, right? And my wife is going to she's a publisher, been so for years, absolutely phenomenal publisher, the best publisher that I know, of course. And I asked her to come on to really share some information about this, and also give you guys an opportunity so you can get your book published, whether you want to do that book on your own, or if you need help, or however you want to do it, or even if you just thinking about becoming a publisher yourself, right? There'd be someone else that helps. Because you know what, there's not enough people actually out there publishing books. If you want to become a publisher yourself, right? So that you can help other people publish their books. Maybe you all never thought about that, but maybe you never thought it was possible to become a publisher, right? Because there's passive income through publishing and publishing books as well. So I want you guys to do that. I mean, I don't know if I can give her a strong enough introduction, but man, I've seen her do some absolutely amazing things and help some amazing people do amazing things. And she's my wonderful wife. I think she's still on. She might have got tired of me talking.
No,
I think she's still on. But I want you to come on and just share with the people, because we need more published authors and authorities in 2025. And if you guys are ready for that, I want to welcome my wonderful wife, Miss Sharita Deloach, to come on and talking about the becoming a published author.
Hey guys, can you guys hear me good? Am I good?
I can hear you.
Okay. Hey guys, thank y'all for being here. I'm excited to be here. Thank you to my amazing husband, Anthony, for just inviting me. It does my heart good to know that not only does he see me as his wife, but he sees me as an expert. And he knows I've been in publishing for a very long time. And publishing is a multi-million-dollar industry. It's one of those industries that you do not want to pass up. And there are so many different ways that you can enter into the industry. And I'm just going to share a little bit about those today, especially coming from the aspect of doing these things myself. I've been in publishing since 2016. It has been years and years that the traditional publishers, like the big five publishers in New York, that they really dominated the publishing industry. And then here comes Amazon, where we call it Amazon KDP. It used to be called Create Space. That's how long I've been in the industry. And they came on allowing us as individuals to do these things ourselves, giving us those opportunities where we can take our knowledge, our expertise, we can create journals, create planners, and we can put them on platforms like Amazon KDP, and we can actually sell them on the platform. But here's the standpoint that I come in at, is that not only can you also publish your own books, whether it's coming from yourself as you're publishing your story. You can publish a journal. You can publish planners. There's so many different opportunities, but also I tapped into the publishing space by creating other authors, by creating my own publishing company. And even when Lambo was talking about the company and all those good things, and I was reminiscing when I started my own publishing company, is those are the things that I thought of, even when it comes to going into the credit industry. And even I'm teaching the women that I am helping them to start their businesses, that you got to take this standpoint that you want to build, business credit. So this is the same standpoint that I teach my clients. So I wanted to just encourage you guys that whether you have a story, whether there's something that because this is a platform where everybody is the expert. If you are expert in something, there should be not only some video, but there should be some written words that should be published. Publishing to me it's in my heart, because I know that once I leave this earth, and I know that once after I am gone, there needs to be some written words with my name on it. Because my name is powerful, and because my name is money, because my name really carries that authority. When I leave here, I need my name to speak for me even after I am gone. So that's the standpoint that I come in publishing. It's something that's very powerful. Some people look at it as something little. It's nothing little about publishing a book with your name on it, but it's actually something that you can leave legacy. And anytime I think about the word legacy, I always think about Cicely Tyson. I'm not sure if you guys know of Cicely Tyson. She passed years ago, and I remember the day that she passed away. And her memoir was published on Amazon, I think maybe the day or the day after, and her books just sold out. So I want you to just think about that when after she left, like, the grave didn't even turn cold yet, and her book was selling. So, and her book is still continuing to sell even while she is gone. And her lineage, if she had children, grandchildren, they are collecting a check from platforms like Amazon, KDP every month, because she published her book, okay, because she put her words out there. All right, so now everybody will have that, Cicely Tyson moment, but I want you to think about this as we go into 2025, that you really, really, really put emphasis on your words. And this is something I tell Anthony all the time, like, because he's a great provider, great man, and he does great work, but I always push him and my friends and things like, listen, this, like, this is what this is what you do every day. Somebody needs to read, or someone would love to pick up a book with your name on it. I take pride in every single book that I publish with my name on it, because I absolutely know, I don't care if I sell 2 copies a month, 3 copies a month. I know that my book is going to go places that I probably would never, ever, ever travel to, right? So that's what your book can do for you. That's what your story can do for you. And I put an S on books, because I'm all about creating multiple books. I'm all about creating short books, short stories, or what I call mini her books, where I'm writing short books to get big results and to put my work out there. If you're a business owner, so let's think about it even as a business, because when you're publishing a book, I don't care if you're publishing a book for other people or publishing for yourself, you definitely need to start your own publishing company, okay? And it's very easy to do this, and I just share how you can do this, and then I put it in a PDF for you guys to share in the group as well. If you're going to self-publish your own book, I don't care what kind of book it is, if you're going to help other people to publish their books, you need to have your own publishing business, your own publishing company. It needs to be an entity. I think every business owner should have a publishing arm or a publishing entity in their business, right? Because you need to be able to have the written work that's going out to your customers, that's going out to individuals. I even have different clients that are doctors, lawyers, but they have written work that's going out to their clients, and you need to have that. So First thing you got to do is definitely make sure that you name your publishing company. If you're going to name your publishing company, make sure, if you want to really stand out, have the words like publishing, or the words like I have one of my companies has the word press in it, something that has publishing. So mine is BWE Publishing and Consulting. That's my publishing company name. And then when it's time for me to get ready to publish, when it's time for you to get ready to publish, you need to make sure that you get your ISBN number. So ISBN numbers is basically a social security number to every book. Every book needs to have a ISBN number. I wish I had an example. I don't have an example with me now, but ISBN numbers is a 9-digit number that identifies your book. So when you go on myidentifiers.com, go and get your ISBN numbers and make sure that they're not in your personal name, but they are in your publishing company name. Okay, so you're getting your ISBN numbers, and no matter where you are going to publish your book, your journal, your planner, wherever you want to publish it, of course, that ISBN number needs to be in there to identify that this is your book, you are the author, and that this belongs to your publishing company. This is what the big publishing houses do. The next time that you pick up a book, I want you to look on the inside, the first couple of pages, which is the copyright page, and you're going to see that I don't care if it's a person you follow. If you open that book, it has a company name. Okay, so don't ever put your name as on the copyright page. Put your publishing company name, and that's what I do for all of my books. And it does definitely help you to stand out in the self-publishing world. So once you get your ISBN numbers, make sure that they're in your company name. And when it's time for you to publish, you're going to make sure that that ISBN number is attached to that. Okay. So that's just an easier way for you to start your publishing company. It's not hard. It's just a matter of where your ISBN numbers are followed to those books. And it's great for you to have these ISBN numbers too, especially if you're going to help other people to publish and those good things. You want to have ISBN numbers. When it comes to publishing and being in the publishing world, you have 3 different ways that you can publish. You can, number one, if you want to, if you're like, you know what, I'd rather go through the process. I'd rather go through, the big 5 publishing houses. That opportunity is still open. I'm not going to make light of the traditional publishing houses. If you're familiar with the music industry, it's the same thing. You get an agent or you get a manager that's going to represent you. So in the publishing world, you're getting a literary agent that's going to represent you. So what they're going to do, you have to, how you set it up to pay them, or they're going to get a percentage of your money. Same thing. They're going to shop your book around. And people in the big publishing companies have to say, hey, whether they want to pick up your book or not. So this means for individuals like us, we need to already have our books written. Like, they need to already be written. You need to already have some editing done. You need to have all those things done before you can shop your book. And then once your literary agent says, okay, let me shop your book around. And if somebody, you really have to go into this with the mindset of whether someone is going to accept your work or not. That's the thing that never sits right with me, is that I don't want to go somewhere where someone is going to accept my work. I accept my work, so I'm going to put my own work out there. But that's how you can go into if you want to get paid, because the traditional publishers do pay out what you call a lump sum, or they pay out the word is missing my mind, but they pay out a lump sum to you, and that varies. That depends on your expertise. It depends on how big your following is. They're basically saying, listen, let me give you this money, and it's not really free money. Okay, let me say that they're not giving you free money. They're basically give you an advance. That's the word I was looking for. They're giving you an advance on the money that you're going to need to make back anyway. So when they give you, let's say they give you $100,000 check, it's not just free money and you could just get it and you don't have to pay it back. Absolutely not. What they do is they give you an advance on your money that you're supposed to make anyway. So, so that's that when it comes to traditional publishing. But it's still a great route for individuals that want to go that route. But then here comes self-publishing. which I absolutely love self-publishing. When Amazon, not Amazon, is Amazon now, but when Create Space came out, giving us the opportunity to publish our own books, it really changed the game for us. So you got self-publishing, which with self-publishing, yes, you have to invest in yourself. That means you do have to find your own editors. You have to find someone to create your book cover. You have to find someone to do all of the things that you will need to publish that book. Okay. So that's a great thing about self-publishing. Great thing is you don't have to, worry about paying anybody else any money. You don't have to worry about anyone getting any royalties, because with the publishers, the traditional publishers, they're going to get a lot of their money, just like that check they gave you in the front. They're expecting you to sell so many copies of their book, because they're going to take majority of your royalties. Okay, especially with us as women, they really take so much for women, but it happens. That's what happens in that sphere. But when you are self-publishing, you get the opportunity to take everything in your own control. So that means, yes, you have to do all the lead work. Yes, you have to market your own book. Yes, you have to put it out there. Yes, it does help that you have some type of community which you can sell your book to. Absolutely. But the great thing about self-publishing is that you get to say so. So you get to say, I like this cover. But the difference between going to the traditional publisher and they telling you, hey, we don't like this cover, you need to go with this. And so there's a lot of difference between going with someone that's traditionally published and then going with yourself, basically going with yourself and betting on yourself. But then you have the third leg, and this is a part of where I come in as well, is being you can go with a hybrid publisher. So the hybrid publisher and how I operate is that we take a little bit of the traditional publishing model. So that means when you come to companies like mine, we do operate in integrity, we do operate in transparency, and we have systems in place. So just like Julianne loves systems, we operate as a system. So there's a system that you will have to make sure that you go by. So that means you going directly to our website. That means you clicking on this button to make sure that you can book a call with one of my publishing assistants or myself. And that's how we operate. Then once you book your call, then you have your own, then we'll talk to you about our services, and we'll let you know what's available to you, or if we accept you or not as a client, because I do not accept everybody. So once we accept you, then after that, then you get the opportunity, hey, to pick the package that you want to go with, put your deposit down, and we get to work. So the great thing about having a hybrid publisher versus self-publishing yourself is that it's partnership. So you don't have to go at it alone. You do get expert advice, being in the industry for a very long time. But not only that, you don't have to worry about, hey, man, I got to find an editor, or I got to find someone to do my book cover, or I need to find someone to do this, or I need some marketing help. Can you help me and show me how to market my book? So that's the difference between the all three. But you have choices. So that's the great thing about life. We have choices. If you want to go with the traditional route, unfortunately, I have some leeway to show you. I can show you how to find a literary agent, but I don't do that part. Self-publishing, you know what? I'd rather go at this by myself. I think I'm more hands-on. I'd rather have more control. That's where I have my community. If I can teach you how to step-by-step self-publish your own book. That means you have to do everything on your own, but you still have a little bit more of my guidance, because you still get to look at my trainings and things like that, just like how Julianne, they have their community set up. It's set up the same way. You're like, look, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And most of the time, I'm like 89% of the time, people that come into my sphere, I love to teach them self-publishing. I love to say, look, let me teach you how to do this. I even taught Amp, look, this is how you self-publish your book, because that way you can figure out whether or not you want to go to the next level and get in a hybrid publisher myself, right? So now Amp is like, look, you know what? I can do some of these things on my own, but can you do this part for me? And that's what the hybrid publisher. So you do have choices now when it comes to publishing. And if you want to really take it to the next level, if you're like me, you love publishing and you like, you know what, I kind of like this thing. I have some clients, they publish their book, you know, I kind of like this thing. And naturally, when they put their book out, people automatically, it's like when you publish your first book, second book, third book, automatically people are going to flock to you and ask you, how did you do that? So that's another leeway where you can start your own publishing company where you can help other people to publish their books as well. So that's what I love about publishing, being in this space. There's so many different income opportunities to individuals like ourselves that really want to get in this space. Not only, you know, you can, there's many different type of books if you want to publish. If you want to publish books about your story, your expertise, you can do that. If you want to, if you're like, you know what, I'd rather take the easy route. Let me publish a low content book, like a notebook or a journal or a planner. You can do that as well. The industry is so wide open, and you can really, really, really go into this industry like having your own lane, you know, like really thriving in your own lane. I created my own lane. Okay. I created my own lane, which you may see on Amazon. People have short books. I just created my own name for short books. So I write and publish short books. I help other people to create their own short books. So I'm really dominated in my own lane in publishing. And that's what I really, really love. You can carve out your own space according to what you want to do. So I'll send Anthony a PDF showing you step by step how you can start your own publishing company and even go into self-publishing, like the steps that you would need to take to publish your own book. That's my gift to you, to make sure that you can get it done so you won't have any excuses on why you can't put your work out there. So I want you to remember as I close that your words have power. There are individuals that will love to hear from you. Now, Anthony does presentation, he does videos, that's his lane. But I promise you, there's an audience of people that will read his books. There are audience of people that will read Lawrence's books, that will read Jackson books, even Dwayne's books. People need to know and people love to, there's a sector of people that love to read books. So you definitely want to tap into that industry, whether it's just a 50-page book is what I like to write. So you can really put your work out there and you can do it very, very quickly. So thank you again for having me on. I hope that I said something to help you maybe to get your light bulbs on, but do not leave 2025 without publishing your book in 2025. Okay. See y'all. Thank you.
Awesome, incredible, incredible. Y'all just got a wealth of knowledge right there. She dropped some gems on you guys. If you all enjoyed that information, drop some fire in the chat for me. Look, there's a reason why authority starts with author. I want y'all to get that. If you want to be an authority in your space, you need to look at becoming a published author. It's so powerful when you meet somebody, it solidifies who you are when you hand them your book. When you tell them look you up on Amazon, right? When it's just an authority thing, right? It's like, hey, look, okay, I wrote, when you can literally say I wrote the book on that. It's going to get you into so many doors. How many more doors can you get into when you tell them you wrote a book? Right? And you have and I love the way my wife presents it as not just telling your story. I'm not gonna say it like Myron Golden says it, right? But Myron Golden says nobody wants to hear your story, right? But what Myron Golden is saying is that what are they going to get from your story, right? How is your story going to empower or impact them? And that's the approach that you should come. So don't just tell your story just to spill all over everybody else or make it a gossip tale, right? Now some of those sell, but I wanted to tell you like the way we focus is like, hey, look, I'm here to impact and empower somebody else's life. So when I tell my story, I'm gonna have some points that you can get out of there that is going to help you go to your next level, help you achieve something or accomplish something, right? This is absolutely phenomenal. Sandra has a question. She says, I'm really interested. And she says, do you provide an ebook?
I do. I have a community. Hold on, put my camera back on. I do. I do. I have a community for those that want to get started in the beginning. My profitable publishers collective. That's my community for women that, especially women. I coached a few men like Anthony, but those women that really, I'm really showing women how to profit in publishing, like how to really write books and also start publishing companies so that you can help other people as well. So definitely, I'll provide some information inside of the Telegram community.
Awesome, incredible. Once again, that information is going to be inside the Thrive the 2025 Year to Thrive Mastermind group on Telegram. We're going to do that on Telegram right now. It's the quickest way for me to do it. I have some ideas about an app for us to all get together and mastermind in, which I think is going to be absolutely, incredible. So I'm going to put that together as well. But we're going to have all the information that you guys need so that you can thrive in 2025. And you definitely need to get your book published. I'm telling you guys, make sure you are ready to become a published author in 2025. They made it easier. Maybe your first book should be a journal, right? Maybe your first book is going to be something simple, but get your feet wet in the publishing space so you could tell somebody, I am a published author, right? It could be she has many her books. It could be a mini book, a mini. I might have to do mini hymn book. I don't know, whatever. But like, just it could be a miniature book, whatever it is. But make sure you become a published author this year, guys. You know that it's been on your heart and it's been on your mind. It's been in your heart and it's been on your mind for you to do it. So it's time to do it. Don't let it go by any longer, man. Look, we've had some phenomenal speakers on today. Everybody has brought some fire today. You have some information, right? That's going to really, really take you to the next level and help you thrive in 2025. You have the group. Make sure you guys are getting in the Telegram group, right? I need y'all to get in the Telegram group. I've already posted it in there. Make sure that's where we're going to be sharing information. But here's what I want to tell you guys. It is not going to end here. How many of you all would like continuous sessions so that we can continue to thrive in 2025 and we can thrive together? How many of y'all think that would be powerful? What if we met on a weekly basis? Just we come together on a weekly basis. Does that work for y'all? Do y'all think that'll be a good thing? We come together on a weekly basis and you see we got the experts, we got the people, we got all the things. We come together on a weekly basis. There you go. I love it. So that's why I want you guys to be in the group because we're going to be doing that. We're going to come together on a weekly basis. And these are going to be powerful sessions, right? Where you can get together with like-minded people. And so they say most people stop pursuing their New Year's resolution or goals by January 15th. How about this, right? We get in this group so that we don't stop at January 15th. We're consistently pushing and keeping each other focused. And when we see each other, we're celebrating each other's successes. We're helping each other. This is what we need. We need a community just like this. So, guys, this is going to be available for you. Make sure you're in the Telegram group. If somebody could post the Telegram link in there again, hold on, I'll get it. Give me just 1 second. I'll post the Telegram link in there again. I just want to make sure that everybody has it. Give me 1 second. I'm going to drop it right in the group again. Boom. There it is, 2025 Year to Thrive Mastermind Group. There you go. Yep, we're going to get these weekly meetings back together again because we want to make sure that everybody wins, right? We want to make sure everybody wins. So, guys, we're going to wrap this up. We've been on here for almost, 3 hours? This is good. This is what we needed. I'm glad that you all took some time out of your day to actually get on this call in 2025 to set up your 2025 for success. But be on the lookout for so much more. Get ready to engage with the experts that are in the group and the experts who presented today. Get started on your stuff. Don't wait, right? Here's what one of the things I've been using is desire plus non-resistance equals desired results.
right? It's a lot of stuff in that, but here's what I'm going to tell you. I listened to a gentleman and he said desire plus non-resistance equals desired result. When you know what you want and you don't have no resistance to what you want, watch you get it, right? I'm telling you guys right now, it's going to be absolutely incredible, right? It's going to be incredible what we achieve. And look, as in the words of DJ Khaled, you can win with us or you're going to watch us win, but there's going to be some winning going on. All right. So, guys, I'm not going to keep you any longer. Thank you guys so much for being on for this new year. Make sure you're in the group. Make sure you're in the mastermind. If for some reason that you didn't get in the mastermind group on Telegram, get with somebody that you're connected to. Make sure you get in there so we can rock out. I'm not going to post this in my normal group. You know why? Because the people who wanted to get this information got on this call, right? We're going to be selective about this group. I'm not posting this on YouTube or anything like that. These are for real people who ready to thrive in 2025. Not somebody look, and I encourage you not to be someone that just sit around and watch. It's not for you to play on the sidelines and be a spectator. This is for you to be a participator in your next level. A participator in your next and going to the next level. Taylor, I see you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everybody being on here. This is absolutely phenomenal. Lambo Drew, you know we got this, man. We got this. We going to the next level, man. I appreciate you and everything that you bring. Jackson, you got anything else you wanted to end with tonight? Well, today. I keep saying tonight.
No, man, this was a great call. I'm always, like she said, we used to have those meetings every week to update and keep us informed. Looking forward to having those again and getting this year started. It's a great year already.
That's it.
So I appreciate everybody showing up and joining the group. I see the group blowing up, people joining left and right. And so it's gonna, like I said, it's already a great year, and it's just the first.
Absolutely. It's already a great year. I told y'all guys, 2025 was a great year. We already know what's going to happen. We already know what it's going to be. So once again, we love and care about each and every one of you, and we definitely want to see all of you win and thrive in 2025. Until our next meeting, I want you guys to have an absolutely phenomenal day, and we are out. You guys be blessed.